experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Good evening and Roll Tribe, ICC fans. Is ICC Football back on the air here on the ICC Sports Network, the red channel of Let'sGoICCTV.com, as well as Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. Joining me tonight in the ICC Alumni Affair and Foundation broadcast booth is going to be Dr. Brad Boggs and Mr. Jim Ingram. And guys, Indians going for 2 in a row tonight, opening conference play against Coahoma on a cloudy, occasionally rainy evening here in Fulton.
Yeah, I tell you what, got a good atmosphere, though, here, Mr. Ingram, because tonight is Military Appreciation and Healthcare Appreciation Night, and as we see, you know, the guards set up a helmet here, a blow-up helmet for the team to run out. They're actually giving vaccines out here tonight, too, through the Delta Alliance group. We've got a lot of activity down here with our people giving out goodies and things. So the band is fixing to hit the field. A lot of good things going on here tonight, and that didn't even get to the football portion of it yet.
You're right, Brad, and we had a great win last week, 30-3. And like you mentioned, tonight we're recognizing military appreciation, and one of our former players that played at ICC and played at Ole Miss is here tonight. And also Dr. Dick White, who grew up here in Fulton, was a very successful doctor in Tupelo, Mississippi, is now retired OBGYN. 2 outstanding individuals being here tonight, being honored.
So a full night of football, a full night around the stadium as well. If you're within driving distance to Fulton, we do encourage you to make your way out to Eaton Field here on the campus of ICC. But before we continue on with the Davis Ford pregame show, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll step inside Coach's Corner, presented by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, and hear from Coach Sean Cannon about tonight's matchup against the Tigers of Coahoma. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. We are joined now by head coach Sean Cannon. Coach, let's just jump right in. Let's talk a little bit about last week first, how it was to get that first win and get that first game at home in.
Yeah, it was big, come out to a great crowd, great atmosphere, had the freshman run there. And, I thought our kids, battled in the first half, took a 7-0 lead into the halftime, but our kids, stayed positive the whole time and was able to make some plays in the second half and, kind of put them away there. And, it's big by the defense there. The first drive of the second half coming out and forcing that field goal, and then was able to get a couple turnovers and hit some plays on them, And so anytime you get your first win, especially at home, against a quality opponent, historically in our league, it's been a really, really good football team over the years. And, so it was great to see our guys work throughout practice, be able to get paid off, in the ball game last week.
Okay, before we move forward to Coahoma now, last week we did the defense, as you mentioned there. Great performance there. I want to talk a little bit about the offense, what you saw there, because they started deep. The punter from Colin pinned us back deep several times. Talk about their work ethic and what they were able to do to help get that 33 win.
Yeah, that's one thing we talk about, field position, and you kind of look at really kind of what we did earlier to them. We had a great punt down, pinned them inside the forward. Anytime you got you got yourself backed up, you put yourself in a in a situation where it's going to be hard for you to get out. But I thought the guys, made some plays to get us out of that back of that end zone and get it to the plus side of the field. And anytime you can do that and sustain that drive, I think we went 50-something plays on defense this week. And, you look up and you play 10 or 12 plays in the second quarter, it means your offense is staying on the field. And I thought we was able to convert some first downs. And and a couple times, too, we set them up with some great field position there. So anytime you can keep the ball away from the other team and even if you finish with a punt, but if you're out there 10 to 12 plays and, you'd always want, touchdowns or points anyway, but anytime you can keep the ball away from the other team, the chances of those guys scoring go way, way down.
All right, well, now let's focus on Coahoma, first North Division opponent. Of course, it's a familiar opponent, played them twice last year. Talk a bit about what you know about Coahoma and what you guys have been preparing for this week.
Going back and looking at them from last year, a lot of familiar faces on the defensive side. I was going back kind of looking at jersey numbers and roster names and things like that earlier in the week and, recognize a lot of those guys, And so very, very mature up front. You know, they've got a lot of guys returning that played last year for them. You know, linebacking crew. You know, their front seven is really, really talented. You know, they do a good job of get you in situations where they can kind of dictate to what they want to do. You know, their secondary plays a lot of man coverage, and you know, and they're going to try to take away what you do good. You know, and you know, and so we had 2 battles with them last year. You know, and went back over there. You know, our second game and played them and come away with a victory over there. And so they'll be ready to play. You know. You know, offensively, breaking in a new quarterback, you know, and same running back they had last year that we went against. You know, got some talented receivers and everything, and you know, and so you kind of look at when they played Hines, you know, and then when they played Pearl River, you know, Pearl River come out and really challenged them on defense, and you know, they was able to make some plays in the kicking game. You know, Pearl River was able to make some plays in the kicking game against them, and that's really kind of what broke their back a little bit. But very dangerous football team. Like I said, they're going to come in and play hard, and it's going to be a great challenge for us.
Okay, well, let's talk about offensively for our guys there. Of course, Dylan coming off a Player of the Week performance last week, but also had two receivers in triple digits as well, but 2 different. Well, Sandgren, of course, had double digits again, but then Howard jumped in there this week. Talk a little bit about what Coach Cook and the offensive guys are trying to scheme a little bit for that talented front seven.
Well, you know, we got to be able to establish a run game. You know, I mean, I think we're 3rd in the conference in rushing, and we're not very high in the rushing yardage. You know, and so you got to be able to run the football. You know, and that's one thing that they don't want to allow you to do. And you know, and sometimes, you know, you look up and 4-yard runs are good runs. You know, everybody thinks you're not running the football, you get 10 to 12 at a time, which that's never the case. You know, I mean, you get 4-yard runs, those are good runs, and we can maintain, you know, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. You know, it dictates more to what we want to do than you're sitting there 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 9. You know, and that way you give the defense a chance to pin their ears back and come get your quarterback. And so, you know, staying ahead of you know, bad downs, I guess you'd say, you know, and being able to make first downs, and you know, and eventually those that's what I told the offense this week. Eventually those 4 to 5 yard runs are going to turn into 10, then 10 turns into 20, and then you bust one, you know, and so you know, but if they do load it up and you know try to stop our run, or if they come out and try to play our pass, you know, that's kind of where we've, you know, succeeded the first 2 games, and so maybe they'll come out and be light in the box and say, hey, we're going to challenge you to run it. That's what we got to be able to do, is run the football, you know. And so that's one thing we try to come up this week with some different formations to kind of hopefully get some guys open there and being able to play, you know, get them misaligned a little bit, and so we can be able to, you know, try to hit them in the run game a little bit. But you know, it just comes back to want to, you know, and I think that was the thing that you look last week, we wanted that game. You know, we come out and we played with fire and we played with heart, and that's the thing we got to keep continuing to do. And you know, and that was one thing I told our kids Sunday we got back. I said, now you've experienced success, so we've got to be able to keep, you know, we got to be able to keep that momentum going this week.
Okay, well, now you mentioned they are breaking in a new quarterback, and they do have a familiar face back there and running back. Just talk about defensively, how you're preparing your guys to keep them off the board if possible.
Well, you know, they run a lot of different personnel groupings. You know, they'll go from 5 receivers to, you know, to 2 backs, and they run a lot of tight end sets, which you really hadn't seen a lot this year. You know, Coahoma did a little bit, but they're kind of more, you know, a tight end oriented team there, where they play a couple of different guys out there, and you know, the quarterback's very dangerous. You know, he's a big guy. Look, I think they list him at 6'4". I mean, he's a big guy back there in the pocket, and you know, they've got a talented out-of-state receiver that looks like they throw the ball to the most, number 13 there. So we've got a great challenge this week, you know, of holding those guys, you know, in check, and you know, and you know, that's kind of what you look at last week. You know, how was we able to go from, you know, what we did week 1 to week 2, and you know, and you know, and I went back to that first game thing, but it's hard to prepare for an opponent if you don't know what they're going to do. You know, you're kind of just going in guessing. You know, and it give our kids a chance last week to, you know, have some film and that type of thing to watch, and so hopefully that maturity level gets a little bit better as we go during the season. But you know, being able to see what they're going to do, how they're going to try to attack you, who are their best players, what do we got to stop, you know, and that's the biggest thing we've concentrated this week on, is what's their favorite routes, what's their favorite runs, you know, when they get lined up in certain sets, be able to defend this, you know, to the best of what we can, and you know, and not let the ball get beat over your head, you know, and that was the thing. I thought we didn't give up as many big plays last week, but that's going to be a weekly goal of us. We got to keep minimizing those big plays and then being able to stuff them out if they do make them. And that's the thing we tell our kids, like, live to play another down. We'll take a 15-yarder before we take a 7-pointer. And so let's live to play another down. And so, but it goes back to playing hard. We got to swarm the football and tackle their backs when they run the ball and cover them when we need to cover them, and it kind of goes into hand in hand.
All right, Coach. Well, lastly here, just give us your Bank of Oklahoma keys to victory.
We improved in some areas last week in the kicking game. I thought our punt game was really good at times. We pinned them where we need to pin them. I thought Price come out and punted the ball very, very well. I thought we covered better on punt team. Our kickoff team was improved from last week. And so those are things we put emphasis on. But you go back and look at our field goal team situation there. Wasn't very sharp in that area right there. We're still working through some things there, but our kids practice hard this week at it. And so we got to be clean in the kicking game, and that's one thing I think we've got to be able to take advantage of this week is having a great kicking game versus those guys. We got to win the kicking game. Got to go back to number 2. I think you got to keep holding on to football. When you're able to take it away on defense like we did last week with the interception there by Antonio to get the ball down inside the 15, get a pick 6 there from Corley there. And so those are momentum plays that people don't really see. Looks like the offense scored 30 points, and 7 of those come from the defense. And so but the good thing is too, we never turn the ball over to them. And that's always key. You look at turnovers, you look at third down, and if you look at those 2 stats there, pretty much going to equal to a win if you're winning those 2 phases of the game. And so that's the thing we got to keep doing offensively and defensively is keeping hold of the football and taking it away when we need to. And then third, I think we got to build off, like I said earlier, build off momentum. Being able to play at home in front of our home crowd. I think I told the players this week, there's nobody in the conference that has. In my opinion, I've been to every game, been to every stadium, in my career here, and I think nobody tops our game day atmosphere. Our student section was unbelievable last week, and the band and the crowd, and it seemed like every time we would make even a guy starts breaking a 5-yard run, all I heard behind me was just like unbelievable cheer, and so they stayed into that game, and it helped our kids, stay into the ball game, and so that's and I told Dr. Allen after the game, told my son, that's our 12th man. Our environment's our 12th man. And then being able to, come out and play in front of family and friends is something that you can't you look at as a plus for you anywhere. So I think those 3 things are going to be big for us this week.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time, and we'll be back with more at the Davis Ford pregame show right after this.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel the high-tech pay.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars, the new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Coahoma, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Coahoma Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Coahoma Community College, the best start here.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show. As we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kick between ICC and Coahoma. It's Military Appreciation Night along with Healthcare Worker Night. And, guys, it's something that used to be just Military Appreciation Night, but the world we live in today, I tell you what, these medical workers, they're on that front line battling to keep us all safe, healthy as possible, and they deserve every ounce of love as they can get these days, just as well as our military in the world we live in today as well. I'll give you guys just kind of an open floor for a moment just to kind of express your thanks.
Yeah, of course, I know, Mr. Ingram, you mentioned Dr. Dick White, honoring him as well coming up, but, it's very important. We've all, encountered this troublesome year, tough year, a pandemic, and of course even going back to March of 2020. And so we are really truly grateful and appreciative to those folks who have put in their lives on the lines to go out and help protect us who are not working in the healthcare field. But they have families at home too, Mr. Ingram, and they have to come home to those families, and it's tough, in the environment that they're working in, but they got to come home to those families, and we appreciate what they do.
Brad, no doubt about it. They have to come home to their families. They've been on the forefront. We're very blessed, have an outstanding health science facility here in the Tupelo area that we do a lot of health sciences. We've had nurses, we've had doctors that have reached out to us here at the school and given us great wisdom. And we really appreciate our healthcare workers.
Well, let's take a look at tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups, and I've got them right here in front of me, Mr. Jim. Lee just sent these up. And let's start with the defensive side of the ball. Starting on the defensive end will be number 41, Javon Edwards. Tyreek Howard will be wearing number 43, and he'll be starting at nose guard. Jaquan Lott will be the other defensive end. He's wearing number 56. Antonio Thompson, number 26, number 18, Corley Hooper, number 7, Jamontre Bell, and number 8, Breon Jordan will all be the linebackers tonight for the Indians. Number 25, Dominique Taylor will be the cornerback. Also number 20, Jadarius Steen will be a cornerback. The two safeties, number 2, Peyton Ray, and number 15, Darian Hobbs. That is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starters on defense. For offense, this is what it's going to look like for the Indians here. They're going to go with a 2 running back set, as the quarterback will be Dylan Falk, the MACCC Co-Offensive Player of the Week last week. In the backfield with him will be number 12, R.J. Wilson, number 32, Jamal Brooks. Wide receivers, there'll be 3 of those, number 5, Shamar Sangren, number 1, J.J. Daniels, number 6, Chris Howard. The line will look like this. It'll be the offensive tackles, number 55, Parker Little, and Jontavius Lane. The guards will be Buddy Ballman wearing number 62, and number 70, Javante Woodall. He'll also be a guard there, and snapping the ball tonight will be Frank Bean. That's your center. So that is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works offensive and defensive starters tonight against Coahoma. Well, guys, we're still about 5 minutes and 45 seconds away from that First American National Bank opening kick here between the two teams. We heard Sean's Bank of Oklahoma keys to victory. I'm going to put the coaching cap on you guys. And, Mr. Jim, let's start with you. What's it going to take for the Indians to be successful tonight?
I heard Sean also, but he's correct. Our kicking game was very good last week in our punting. We need to improve our field goal kicking, but no turnovers. If y'all remember, guys, we did not turn the ball over last week. That's another big key tonight. Get off to a fast start and do not turn the ball over, Brad.
Yeah, I agree with you. Time of possession is going to be key here. You know, we worked that very well last week, Mr. Ingram, and I think that's something we got to carry into this week with the time of possession, along with what you mentioned on the penalties. But it's important that the Indians, of course, win that field position battle here early. Now, this is early, and then the time of possession that we're monitoring and maintaining the clock, and we're in control of that.
No doubt about it. And I look for a very entertaining game. We know Coahoma is capable of playing well. Adams, they proved the first week by upsetting Hines the first week this year.
Absolutely. 1-1 on the year. Both teams come into tonight. This is the conference opener for both teams as we're waiting the Max Holmes opening coin toss here, as ICC and Coahoma both marching to the field. ICC will be in their all-red uniforms trimmed in white, and then Coahoma will be in their all-white uniforms trimmed in maroon. Guys, we shouldn't have any problem picking up the numbers like we've had the last few weeks. Those are pretty bold and clear out there for both teams. And, Mr. Jim, I know you talked about it a little bit earlier, but we do have that special coin toss tonight. And you and the rest of the Alumni Association doing a great job helping out with that, getting that established for tonight. If you could, just tell us a little bit more about this.
You know, Lieutenant Colonel Sheldon Morris, I mentioned he played ball here at ICC, played at Ole Miss. He's in the Army now, full-time National Guard. Lieutenant Colonel, he's here. Very, very outstanding young man, I would say. Of course, Dr. Dick White from the Fulton area, OBGYN doctor, who just recently retired. They're representing the medical field. And, of course, our Army tonight, we're glad to have them at midfield.
Absolutely. We'll have an interview with Lieutenant Colonel Morris on this week's ICC Hour. You can hear that on Tuesdays right here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. So we saw Mr. Morris toss the coin. We'll see if it was good for the Indians or what. We'll see who won the coin toss as we're waiting to see. It looks like the Indians did win the Max Holmes opening coin toss and will defer to the second half. And Coahoma wants to receive the football to start things off here. So, hey, we might need to get him to come back and flip the coin every week.
Yeah, great job right there, you know, because I think this is good. The Indians starting out on defense. I want to see that defense coming out like we finished last week, and I want to see my boy Corley Hooper out there, who had a fantastic game last week.
Super game.
And see if we can make a difference here on the front end.
No doubt. When defense need to start 3 and out right here, it'd be outstanding.
Well, let's take one more quick timeout here from Davis Ford and First American National Bank and be back with that First American National Bank opening kick right here from Fulton right after this.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Well, I will owe you a First American National Bank commercial a bit later on as the official said, hey, everybody's ready to play. Let's kick this thing off a little early here in Fulton as it's an absolute beautiful night tonight. Raining at times, but other than that, overcast, cool breeze. It's always a good night to be in Fulton whenever football's on.
No doubt about it, Adam. And come on out to the game. It's quit raining. You know, it's cooler. Come on out here. It's going to be a great football game. If you can't come out to the game, listen to us on the radio or look at us on your computer.
So Shane Lasher will get ready to step into this First American National Bank opening kickoff here from Fulton as he trots up to it, and it will kick this one away. Deep kick is going to be fielded right about the 12-yard line is where Coahoma will have it, breaking it up the middle, slips off one tackle, now up the middle, out across the 35, and there's a late flag in on the play. And that's one thing we don't want to see is those hankies hitting the ground this early on.
I believe that's against him, and what a throw by the official. Did you see that flag? He sent that thing about 40 yards in there.
I saw that. I was going to say that. Lord have mercy. I think he was a quarterback somewhere.
No doubt.
He threw that thing.
Reliving some of his glory years there for sure. All right, let's let the officials talk this one over here to be first down and 10 for Coahoma when they settled this. And Mr. Jim, you were spot on there. Holding is going to be the call here against Coahoma, so it will back the ball up just about to the 20-yard line. Let's go ahead and call it the 21. We're going to be a first down here for the Tigers. This first down is being brought to you by Davis Ford. Looking for your next new or used automobile? Stop by 904 West Main Street right here in Fulton to experience the Davis Ford difference. So first down and 10 is going to be the situation here for Coahoma. They're in the shotgun. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. And, guys, that is a big old quarterback. Mekhi Norris, 6'2", 215 is what they've got him listed as. And if that's 6'2", 215, I'm about 6 foot myself.
I've got 6'4", 230
okay,
on
well,
another one.
I'm looking at the wrong one then.
Number 1.
So that pass is going to be out and incomplete.
Or they might have a different quarterback out there right now. I'm not sure, Adam.
They've got number 15 out there right now. He might be wearing a different number because, like I said, that's not 6'2", 215 on the field right now. So that pass falls incomplete. It's going to bring up second down and 10. Looks like more like a young Brad Boggs out there.
You're right. Just an athlete.
An athlete. So second down and 10 is the situation. 2 running backs in the backfield. That's where the handoff's going to be. And the Indians are there, and they make the tackle for a loss. Big-time hit there. Leading the way for the Indians were Tremonte Bell.
Yeah, what a read right there by the linebackers. They didn't give up anything. Of course, they had an H-back position out there, which was extra blocking in there. And so what a read there by the linebackers. Now it brings up a long third down.
You're right, Brad. We got him 3rd and 12 here. We just started the game 0-0. 14-20 left in the first quarter.
So a loss of 2 on the run there for the Tigers. Back in that 2 receivers on both sides of the football looking to throw. Loads up, goes downfield. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's just going to be incomplete as it falls to the turf. And, Brad, that's what you said. You said you wanted to see the defense come out, get a good stop early. The holding penalty on the kick return helped the Indians out, but ICC got it done there. -2 yards total offense there for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was great defensive effort right there on the front end. They looked like man coverage right there on that third down play. Well overshot the wide receivers. Great job by the Indians.
No doubt about it. C.J. Johnson, defensive back, was all over them.
Had a little heat coming in there, too.
As this ball is going to hit and roll sideways, and the Indians are going to have great field position to start their opening drive of the contest. 14:02 to go here in the first quarter. It's ICC and Coahoma scoreless, but the Indians taking the field for the first time tonight, and they're being led on the field by the MACCC Co-Offensive Player of the Week, Dylan Falk, who is in, I want to say, 6 categories. This is in the top 5 in the country when it comes to offensive stats this season. So it'll be 1st and 10 as you listen on the radio. They're moving left to right on your radio dial. ICC with 2 receivers on both sides of the football. You've got number 32 in the backfield. That's Jamal Brooks. Now he's shifting up, standing right next to Falk. Falk dropping back, wanting to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Hit as he lets go. Over the middle. It's going to be a jump ball, and pass is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, great coverage that time by Coahoma. They were with him step for step. Brooks stepped out here and just did a little just shifted out into the middle here. Could have hit him. He was open, but they were going deep on the first play, Mr. Ingram.
You're right, Brad. Going for the post pattern. They had it well covered. Live another down, 2nd and 10. Just started the ball game. 13:56 left in the first quarter.
Falk is your quarterback. 3 receivers on the far side of the ball. You've got 1 here at the bottom. Now they send a man in motion coming to the near side. Pass is going to be out to the flat. It is complete, trying to get up the field. Nothing doing as he steps out of bounds. Minimum gains there. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and short situation. And now it looks like it's going to be let's call it 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, more manageable situation here, Mr. Ingram. You can hopefully you can go back to the playbook and find something here, especially with us being on our side, Coahoma side of the 50.
You're right. Manageable down, 3rd and 5. Could be 4 down territory if we get 3 or 4 here.
That was a new look we just saw of the Indians, and the handoff is going to be the lone running back in the backfield. That was number 36, Kobe Pate, on the carry. Needed 5. Looks like that's exactly what he got, and it was. So it's going to be a 1st down and 10, being brought to you by Davis Ford here in Fulton.
You know, Brad, last week Kobe Pate came in late in the ball game, showed some speed, must have had a good week of practice playing early tonight.
Yeah, I like that call right there on 3rd down. I think Coach Cannon talked about that in his pregame. We got to keep with the run. We got to keep them honest with the run.
A little confusion on who to be on the field there for the Indians as number 11, Eric Watts, checks onto the field now. Now they switch it to a 2 running back set. Play action fake. Falk's going to go the short route, and it's going to be sniffed out nicely that time by Coahoma. Slips off a tackle, and it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Good defensive stand that time by the Tigers.
Give the Tigers credit. Good defense there, as you mentioned, Adam. Now 2nd down, 2nd and 8. We got the ball at Coahoma's 39-yard line. Here early in the first quarter, 12 and a half minutes left. In the first quarter, no score.
Indians in red working left to right on your radio dial. We do appreciate those that are tuning in here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. Remind you can listen to Baldwin Bearcat football each Friday right here on Super Talk Mississippi. Falk's going to drop back, throws to the short route, and just threw that one in the ground that time. Don't know if he didn't like what he saw or just maybe short-armed him a little bit there, guys. But now it's going to be a 3rd down and 12 situation.
Yeah, a little pressure there from Dean on the defensive line in his face. So I don't know if that caused the bad throw or the throw in the ground or not. But had a little pressure there from the defensive line of Coahoma.
So 3rd down and 12. Possession down here for the Indians. Falk, play action fake. Now it's going to go back the under route. Plenty of room to run. Cuts up the middle, and it's going to be hit and dropped, and that's going to be good for another 1st down. Watts on the reception.
Yeah, they just slipped Watts out there, in the flat. They let those defenders go. They slipped him out there into the flat. He was open, Mr. Ingram.
No doubt. Dylan Falk looked down the field. Nobody was open. His primary receivers found the guy to throw off the end there and got the 1st down.
Now they're going over the middle, trying to be a jump ball. It's going to be out of bounds, though, as the pass falls incomplete, as it was intended for Sangren. And this is one thing we haven't seen much out of the Indians so far this season, being aggressive, going downfield, and they did it on the first play, and they did it on 1st down there.
Yeah, that's not a bad throw right there either because, if he doesn't catch it, if Sangren doesn't catch it right there, I think it was Sangren, it was going to do what it did.
So now it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Falk looking to pass one more time. Plenty of time to throw. Drops the football. Did he get it back? I think they said he did. He did. And that's what we're going to deal with. We got a couple of, not heavy rains, guys, but some heavy mist and about a 5-minute steady rain. So the ball's going to be a little bit wetter than you anticipate tonight.
You're right, Adam. We lost 5 yards there. It's 3rd and 15. We're at their 31-yard line. Need to get some yardage here.
Yeah, that's what we can't do. That's what happened some in the first half last week with Dylan working up into the middle there and getting sacked. We don't need that.
So another possession down here for the Indians. 3 receivers on the far side. This should be a free play.
Free play, throw it.
And now he throws it up the field. It's caught.
Pass complete to number 5, Sandgren.
And Sandgren pulls that one in.
Adam, I think you take the penalty, make it 3rd and 10 because we did not get the 1st down. It would be about 4th and 7 if we take the play.
And I tell you what, it's a good thing that big defensive end for Coahoma checked up with the whistle that time as Falk kind of stiff-armed him into the ground, but if he would have came full speed, that could have hurt. So it will be all sides. Good job that time getting Coahoma, knowing they were going to be aggressive, trying to get to the quarterback on the play. Got him off sides, and now it's going to be a 3rd down and 10.
3rd down and 10 for ICC. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line.
So 3 receivers on the far side of the field. Falk gets the snap. Pressure coming. Picked up nicely. Going to go for a jump ball on the far side, and that's got to be pass interference.
Got to be a pass interference.
It wrapped him up around the neck, and he still almost made the catch.
No call, guys.
But, yeah, no call there. Wow. Little XFL football out there. Just put him in a headlock, take him to the ground. If he can't catch it, then he can't catch it.
Brad, we're in kind of a no-man's land here. It's 4th and 10 at our 26. It's too far for a field goal, too short for a punt, so I think we're going for it.
I think we need to. I'm with you. I think we need to go for it here. That's the only opportunity we got. Defense played well that first series. Let's put it back in the offensive hands here and hopefully get the 1st down.
So 4th down and 10. Looking to go deep right side, jump ball. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. And so a turnover on downs will give the ball back to Coahoma.
I like being aggressive. You're right, Brad. It really doesn't hurt us that badly. Our defense playing well. They only get the ball at their own 26-yard line. Need another 3 and out, see if we can get our offense going.
Yeah, even if you punt it into the end zone, I believe it comes out to the 25 now anyway. So.
Right.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 here for the Tigers. You hear the ICC All-American Band getting fired up here at Eaton Field. Good crowd despite the rain and a great student section. You heard Coach Cannon talking about it in the pregame. Proved to be a difference last week, hoping to be a difference again this week. Quarterback dropping out to pass, throws in the flats, and the Indians are there, and boom, what a hit.
Yeah, all over him right there. Again, great play by Bell right there, so great job by the Indians.
Bell's exploding tonight to the ball. He's made 2 good tackles here early in this ball game.
So no gain on the play. It's going to bring him a 2nd down and 10 situation. Band's so loud I'm having to turn down my microphone after that. So second down and 10. Coahoma taking their time. Quarterback wants to roll out to the right side. Once again, goes to the short pass out across the 30. Solid pickup there. It's going to bring up a third down and roughly 2 situation.
Pass complete to number 13, Wayne Dupont.
And a big pickup there.
Runs out of bounds on the far side of the field. Third down.
As we say, a pickup of 8, so it'll be a third down and 2 situation here for the Tigers. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. ICC showing pressure off the edges. Now they step up, want to throw downfield, jump ball, and able to come back to it and make the catch. Was he inbounds? Yes, he was.
Give the Tigers credit. That's one of those back shoulder throws behind them. The defensive back cannot get to the ball. Great job by the receiver catching over his back shoulder.
So now to be first down and 10. This first down being brought to you by Davis Ford. Visit DavisFordAutoSales.com to see their inventory. If you want it, they can go get it. That's Davis Ford right here in Fulton. Coleman looking to the sideline, getting the plays. 15 seconds on the play clock. 9 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Still no score between ICC and Coahoma. Coahoma, a lot of confusion. Not going to get the play off in time, and that's going to be a delay of game. You can't have that if you're Coahoma, but if you're an ICC fan, you don't mind seeing it.
That's 2 critical penalties right there from Coahoma here in the first quarter that we've seen already, and that's going to back them up, Mr. Ingram.
You're right, Brad. And we're alternating our defensive line, playing a lot of fresh players here. We did that last week. I'm glad to see us getting in a lot of players here early in the ball game.
So it is a first down and 15 situation now here for the Tigers. We're going to drop the pass out to the flat. Caught on the fingertips, gets across the 50, down to about the 48-yard line. And the Amos reels that one in for Coahoma. And now it's going to bring up a second down, and let's call it 8 situation.
Yeah, soft coverage down here on Amos, and they were able for Amos just to run down there in the flats and get a quick out there, get a quick pass.
So second down and 8. Indians trying to get off the field here defensively. Coahoma trying to keep this drive alive. Handoff. Knifing his way through the backfield, busts it out to the outside, spins off one tackle, still going forward, and a big-time run there for the Tigers.
Yeah, went more to a man-style defense right there, Mr. Ingram, and Peyton Ray, the safety back there, was the only one left to make the tackle, and luckily he did.
Good job by Peyton. Give Coahoma credit for offensive line blocking. I think they jumped the gun here. Should be 1st and 15.
I agree.
Yeah, that's one thing, these Coahoma coaches are going to drive them wild looking at this. You don't want to set yourself up in a 1st and 15 situation every time. Of course, they were able to convert that eventual first down this drive, but again, second time they've marched backwards on first down. You hear the ICC student section. Give them a little bit of fits. Remind them that they can't do that. So it'll be a first down and 15. No score between ICC and Coahoma here in the first quarter. Handoff one more time, and oh, what a juke move, making a guy miss. Able to get those penalty yardages back. Should be about a second down and 10 situation. Make it actually a second down and 9.
Yeah, RPO over there, and he decided to give it up, Mr. Ingram. And I guess it was the outside linebacker on that side or defensive end, but I'm with Adam. He made him a juke move and went back in on him.
Yeah, it's one of those swish, miss all of them.
So now it's second down and 9. Pass out to the flat, in and out of the hands of the receiver. And that's what Coahoma looks like they want to do. They just want to get those quick hitters to the outside, see if they can use some of that speed to catch the corner.
Well, when you run that spread style offense, and they're not going for the deep patterns here, and if you got a soft DB coverage right here, that's when you can work those in.
No doubt about it, Brad. And it's 3rd and 9, and they're in no man's land. If they don't make it here, I'll look for them to go forward on 4th down.
So a 3rd down and 9, 7-10 to go here in the first quarter. There's a flag down.
I'm going to say that's
now it's just a free play, jump ball to the end zone, tipped around, and there's another flag down. So we're going to have a little bit of a conversation here with these 2 flags. And when we talk about the flags, we do want to remind you to follow the flags. Remind you to Tupelo to find the First American National Bank location nearest you. Tommy Chamley and the rest of the crew there at First American National Bank, proud to sponsor tonight's game here on Super Talk Mississippi.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside. Defense number 43. The penalty is declined. Pass interference against the defense number 3. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Includes an automatic first down.
So there you heard the ICC helping them out twice. They decline the offside. They do take the pass interference. And so we talk about Coahoma. You're not wanting to get those penalties on first down, while ICC on those conversion downs, you don't want to get those penalties as well.
You're right. They got the ball at our 16 now, and I think they moved this time. I hope.
Yeah, they did.
And that is going to be the case. Once again, it's going to be a 1st and 15. Boy, this is a ugly,
right now.
Yeah, to say ugly ball game with these teams not playing what am I trying to think of? Just focused in on the game right now. Discipline, that's what I'm looking for. So it'll be 1st down and 15 here. Tigers with the football, no score. 7 minutes ago, they once again throw it out to the flat, just about dropped it. Was able to reel that one in at about the 15-yard line. So they get the penalty yardage +2 back, gain of 7 on the play.
You know, Brad, they're throwing these quick, short passes and gaining 7, 8 yards every time, it looks like.
Yeah, again, it goes back to what kind of coverage you're running out there with your DBs. And, of course, if they're going to give it to you, you know, that 5 or 6 yards every time, just take it.
Coming up on 6.5 to play here in the first quarter. No score, ICC and Coahoma. Coahoma moving right to left on your radio dial, wearing the all-white uniforms. Little bubble screen pass here, and it's incomplete. Boy, I tell you what, ICC read that one well. Thought they might have had a chance if you're looking for the football there, guys, to intercept that one. But instead, they were just looking to try to break up the play.
I think you're right. I mean, it looked like Keaton Cager out there and jumped the pattern. If he'd looked up, he might have had a chance to intercept it, but he still broke up the pattern.
So it's going to be a 3rd down. Let's call it a long 8, short 9 to go here for Coahoma.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd down right here. If you could stop them right here, what are you looking at, a 32-yard field goal at this point if they were to go for it?
So looking to pass, pressure coming off the corner. There come the Indians. Big-time sonic sack to knock them out of field goal range.
That takes them out of field goal range, like you said, Adam, and that was huge right there. So now if you're Coahoma, what do you do, Mr. Ingram?
I think they'll go for it. Or, you know, this would be a 42-yard field goal attempt. It's 4th down and, 22?
Yes, at least.
25, they got to get the ball to the 8. Is that correct?
That is correct.
15, I'm sorry, 4th down and 17. 17 yards to go, but they're going for it, Brad.
So a loss of 9 on the play that time. And they are going to go for it. Sets up that screen once again, cuts it across the middle. He's got a convoy in front of him, gets the 1st down. What a play by Coahoma. Wow, you can't give that up if you're ICC's defense.
No, they ran that wide receiver screen very, very well out there. He had blockers out in front. That guy just cut back across to the inside, wide open. You know, again, luckily we stopped him from getting a touchdown.
Give them credit, Brad. They got 4th and 17 they converted, and they got 1st and goal at our 5-yard line. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first quarter, no score.
So Coahoma looking back towards the sideline. Ball is, call it at the 5, might as well. Call it 5.5, where Coahoma has it. Handoff to the long running back in the backfield. Boom, he is tattooed by Hooper.
Yeah, good linebacker play there. Obviously, we're running a little man-style defense at this point down here in the end zone or in goal within the 10. Excuse me. And so, great job on defense there by the Indians.
Good job. We're bringing in some extra defensive linemen.
And no gain on the play. They marked it right back at the original line of scrimmage. 4.5 to play now here in the first quarter. 2nd and goal. Coahoma converts big time on a 4th and 17. To move the chains. They got about 22 on that pass play. And again, here comes the handoff up the middle. Slips off one tackle, but the Indians are there to stack him up. And a positive pickup of about 2 on the play. There is a flag down, so hold everything. Well, we got 3 or 4 plays off before we got any flags thrown. So it will be a 3rd and goal here, but we'll wait and see what the officials call on this one. Like he's going to go against Coahoma as he's going to come over and talk to, or maybe not, I don't know. So, yeah, tough decision here. Appears like it is against Coahoma. Do you back them up, or do you take the play?
They are at the 4. It'd be 3rd and goal. If it's 5 yards, it'd be 2nd and goal from 10.
Okay. 5 players lined up in the backfield. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
So they're going to replay 2nd down. Back them up 5 more yards. So it'll still be 2nd and goal to go, only this time it'll be from the 11.
At the 10-yard line, 2nd down and goal following the penalty for the Tigers.
So it'll be 2nd and goal, ball between the 10 and 11-yard line after that 5-yard penalty.
Got that trips out here to the left, similar formation to where they ran that screen a while ago. Didn't run it.
This time they're going to try to throw it in the back of the end zone and just couldn't quite get the timing down right on that one. And now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal situation here once again. Possession that will actually, this is probably 4 down territory, guys. This is 3rd and goal.
Yeah, definitely 4 down territory. Again, we saw what happened last time. Obviously, 4th down, unless they kick the field goal.
Right.
They may be within field goal range for their kicker. I'm
Correct.
not sure.
It would be a 27-yarder from where we are at this time. The ball's at the 10.
Well, watching him warm up before the game, he has struggled a little bit from that distance, but they had confidence in warming him up from that far out. So if you're Coahoma, you most definitely don't want to lose any yardage in this situation. And they take the timeout. Timeout on the field. Let's take it with them. Hear a few words from our sponsors, including Renaissance Bank. And we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Out of that timeout, first quarter timeouts are being brought to you by the Sonic right here in Fulton. We do want to remind you, if you're looking for a job, whether you be an ICC student or maybe somebody that's looking for a job in general, Melissa Dunn and the rest of the staff out there are hiring at Sonic in Fulton. So stop by, push the big red button, ask for an application, and they'll be happy to hook you up with that there. All positions being hired right now in the Sonic of Fulton. 3rd down and goal, 3:45 and counting here. ICC brings pressure. What a nasty stiff arm. Now gets away from another one, throws it ahead. Is it caught? Wow, what a play.
Pass complete to number 17, Kobe Lockett for a Tiger touchdown.
I'm speechless, guys. That was a nasty stiff arm by Norris to keep that play alive, avoid a big-time sack there. And then was able to break off away from another player from ICC, and then just throws a strike to the back of the end zone. And now Coahoma will be on to attempt the extra point. This is going to be number 81, Bronson Payne. Busted, bad snap, and the Indians are there.
That could come back to haunt them right there, Mr. Ingram. That's something that could come back to get them.
It sure could. The kicking game is very, as we know, very key in these games. But give them credit, y'all. Looked like we had the quarterback down. He broke 2 tackles, rolling to his left, threw against his body, threw a strike for a touchdown. Coahoma's up 6-0, 3:37 left in the first period.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And welcome back. ICC trailing 6-0 after one of the better pass plays you're going to see all season. Coahoma Tiger quarterback hit a stiff arm, slipped out of another tackle, threw against his body, and threw a strike for the touchdown. As this is going to be a short First American National Bank kickoff, and it's going to be returned by the Indians. That's number 44 for ICC, Quinn Bennett. Bennett knows one thing, that is to run hard run over folks, and that's exactly what he did there on that return. Gets the Indians in positive territory.
Brad, I like that. He's a north-south runner, and he went north-south that time.
Yeah, and it got the Indians very close to midfield here, so excellent field positions for the Indians on offense. We've got to put together an answer right here.
So it'll be a first down and 10 here for your Indians. 3 receivers on the near side of the field. You've got one all alone on the far side. That's Jalen Webb. Falk is your quarterback. And it looks like that's going to be number 32, Jalen Brooks, in the backfield with Falk. Handoff is going to be to Brooks. No, it's going to be Falk on the keeper. Falk over the middle, and a big-time carry there for Falk.
Yeah, great job. Great read by Dylan Falk right there. He pulled it, saw that the end was going to be open here. It was. Obviously, I say it's first down. Well, Falk still.
9-yard gain on the play. Second down.
Falk shaking up.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 1 situation, and if you're an ICC fan, this is not what you want to see right now with your quarterback down on the ground, a little slow to get up there. Let's take a quick timeout. Be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
And welcome back to action. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Dylan Falk able to walk off on his own power. Does have a little bit of a limp out there, so hopefully he'll be able to be looked at by the training staff here at ICC. And your new quarterback in the game right now is going to be number 14. That's Hunter Jones, a 5'9 freshman out of Amory, Mississippi. Amory High School is where he played high school ball, obviously, as that's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be to number 12. That's going to be R.J. Wilson, and if he got anything, it was very little, and I believe it's going to bring up a 3rd down and inches situation, guys.
I believe you're right.
I think you're right, Adam. It's going to be 3rd and inch. Hunter Jones, a great story. He started 4 years at Amory High School, so he will not be intimidated coming into this ball game.
So 3rd and inches here for the Indians. Wilson stays in the backfield with Jones. 3 receivers here on the near side. This time it's going to be a pass, and it's going to be try to be set up a screenplay. Daniels going to try to get to the outside and does so. Did he give enough for the first down? Yes, he did. Daniels able to, well, they marked it back further than I was expecting. And they're going to say first down.
Yeah, it was just enough. Well defended by Coahoma, though.
So that first down being brought to you by Davis Ford right here in Fulton. Remember, visit Davis Ford Auto Sales or follow or find them on Facebook. Just search Davis Ford, a proud sponsor and longtime proud sponsor of ICC Athletics.
Brad, Hunter Jones is 1 for 1 for 1 yard. He's throwing 1,000% though.
Well, this time he ball fakes up and runs forward and picks up a positive gain of about 3. They brought pressure around the end. Good job of getting the defender in the air and was able to get positive yardage out of that one.
You're right, Mr. Ingram. We've got to get some confidence behind Hunter here, and I think you're going to have some. Again, nice little carry there. Tucked it away and carried it, so good deal. Good job by Hunter, and drew him off.
2nd down and 7. Now they've got a free play here, and it's going to be out of bounds. And really surprised they didn't stop that play because there was contact on the front line before the snap. And that's one coaching moment there for Coach Cannon. You see him looking at Hunter saying, hey, look, you got a free play, go downfield with it. And I think right now, guys, if you're Hunter, take a deep breath. You know, you're going to be amped up your first time ever to get on the field as a college football player in an atmosphere like this. You can hear the ICC All-American band in the background, so you know that adrenaline's pumping right now. You just got to take a deep breath and get into the moment. So it's going to be 2nd down and 3 now. He's going to throw it out to Daniels. Daniels bodies his way forward, and that looks like that's going to be enough for another first down.
You know, Mr. Ingram, it looks like Coahoma watched the game film on ICC because, and I know we've got a new quarterback in, but, you know, we haven't been going downfield.
No, we hadn't. Going some safe passes, but getting some first downs.
Excuse me, it's actually third down and short. I thought it was enough for the first down. Bad spot for the Indians.
Handoff up the middle.
And a handoff up the middle. And it's actually a loss of 1 on the yard.
Loss of a yard on
so
the
now it's going to bring up 4th and 2.
For the Indians.
Ugh, what a bad spot. And that kind of changes things here for the Indians on a 4th and 2 situation. They trail at 6-0. And we're going to have
what kind of package
Corley Hooper coming in at quarterback. And now they're shifting things around here. And Coahoma's going to have to burn a timeout. This is something we haven't seen out of the Indians as Hooper came in at quarterback there. So
I like that.
I do. Give him something different to look at. So it's going to be a 4th down and a long 1, short 2 when we come back out of the break. Let's hear from Coke and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not going to believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
And welcome back now out of the timeout. ICC was lined up to go for it on a 4th down and 2 situation. Now instead they're going to send out the punter, Price Nixon, here for this Little Caesars punt. No, they fake it. They go for it. Indians get the first down and then some. Foot race here down the sideline, lowers his head, and that's going to be a big-time pickup there. Peyton Ray for the Indians.
Yeah, that was a direct snap, Mr. Ingram to Ray. Didn't go back to Nixon. Went to Ray, wide open.
Great job by Peyton Ray, our starting safety on that punt team there. Great play all the way down their 6-yard line. 1st and goal at Coahoma's 6-yard line. Clock running, 25 seconds left in the first quarter, 6-0 Coahoma.
Indians moving into the red zone here. That being brought to you by your Tommy Morgan real estate agent, Ricky Murphy. So when you get ready to make your next move, talk to Ricky, and he'll be happy to help you find your next home. And again, a handoff up the middle. Coahoma's just pinning their ears back, and they're getting after this run game here. ICC has had nothing to show for it, a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and goal will be the situation when we come back here to start the second quarter. 6-0 Coahoma with the lead after 1 quarter of play. We're going to take a timeout and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the second quarter of play here. ICC will have it 2nd and goal. The ball is going to be on the 6-yard line. Coahoma leading it 6-0 here in the early stages of this one. And looks like the Indians going to go a direct snap. No. And
Wildcat.
Yeah, Hunter Jones a little slow getting over there as ICC now just gets the snap off before the play clock runs dead. And, in and out of the hands of the receiver that time. And there is a flag down.
Might be roughing the passer, I hope. I believe that's what happened.
Well, that was a good pass by Hunter Jones right there because only the wide receiver for Coahoma could catch it.
You're right, Brad. He threw it low where only he could go get it.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, defense number 9.
Well, when in doubt, just ask Jim Ingram. He'll tell you every time as he saw that one there. So the ball will be moved forward. The Indians will now have it a 1st and goal situation. Looks to be from the 3-yard line.
Back out
and once again, bringing in the big boy package.
The big boy, no doubt about it.
As Corley Hooper brings the troops to the line of scrimmage here.
I don't want to see my boy take a snap here.
So the Indians going with that big package, and now they shifted around once again. And again, high snap. Hooper had to climb the ladder to go get that one. And I tell you what, guys, he had a seam, but just that bad snap just couldn't quite get it to him.
Couldn't get it
Second
down.
and goal now.
Well, first time we've run this package this year, first time any of us have seen it. Obviously something new, so a little high snap on that. Maybe it's something the Indians will fine-tune as the season goes on.
So they will switch here and go back to a more traditional package. As it's going to be Hunter Jones once again re-entering at quarterback. Indians coming from the sideline in a slight jog here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Going to have to kind of work with a little bit more purpose here. Second and goal. They trail it 6-0. 2 seconds now on the play clock.
Snap it.
And they just got the snap off. Slant route and wrapped him up. And again, how did that not be pass interference?
Well, agreed, but it was another great pass into the hands there of the Indians.
You're right, Brad.
So it was placed well, but you're right, Adam.
Yeah. Wrapped him up before he got there. But again, your point you were saying, Brad, when it hits you in the hands, you got to reel those in.
Big play, guys. 3rd and goal from the 4. We're down 6-0. 14 minutes left in the second period. Coahoma 6, ICC 0.
Hunter Jones, still your quarterback. Wants to go to the corner of the end zone here. Jump ball caught. Touchdown, Indians.
Well, the DB on that side, of course, man coverage, obviously, and he just didn't. He didn't look at all. He didn't look up at all because there was a little too much air under that.
No
one,
doubt
in my
about
opinion.
it. I thought it was going to call a fair catch there, but hey, it's a touchdown pass. Sandgren, who's had 2 100-yard games in the last 2 weeks, his first catch of the night, but it's a big one for a touchdown.
4-yard touchdown pass there as the Indians look to take their first lead of the night here with this extra point attempt. As this is Lasher on to attempt the kick. Snap backs a little high. Lasher steps into it. Is halfway through the river. Good for the Indians. And ICC takes a 7-6 lead. Let's take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ICC takes a 7-6 lead on a 5-yard touchdown pass to Shamar Sandgren from number 14, Hunter Jones, as we're getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff here. Lasher was going to get ready to step into it, but the ball fell off the tee.
Well, that right there was well placed. You know, Hunter Jones, that's going to give him a little confidence now going back into another series here in case Falk can't come back. But we're looking down here on the sidelines, and Falk is up, and he's walking around, got his shoe back on.
And so still awaiting this kick here from Lasher. He's getting set to step into this one. He does so. A low driving kick, and it's going to go out of bounds just at the 1-yard line. I was hoping that one was going to take a pretty good bounce for us and stay in bounds, but instead a big-time break there for Coahoma. All right, guys, both teams putting points on the board, getting settled into the game here. 13:58 to go in the second quarter. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. As the kick goes out of bounds, they're going to elect to take the ball at the 35. All right, so what do we look for here defensively for the Indians, guys?
You know, we need a defensive stop. Give Coahoma credit. They made a good drive last time, got their 6 points, did not get the extra point. This is a key time right here. We went back down the field, got a touchdown with our backup quarterback. We got a 7-6 lead. They got 1st and 10, they're on 35. We need a 3 and out, Brad.
Coahoma comes to the field with two receivers on both sides of the football. Fumble, was able to find it. ICC in the backfield. No, slips away from another tackle. And then there's another tackle missed, but ICC knocks him back for a big-time loss.
He lost 15 yards retreating. Now, he broke 4 or 5 tackles, but he kept going backward. 2nd and 25, Brad.
Well, Mr. Ingram, I'm going to tell you, though, if the Indians don't get better at wrapping somebody up in this game, that's going to come back to haunt us.
No doubt about it. We're trying to knock people out, and you're not wrapping up. You got to wrap up.
So, yeah, loss of 15 on the play. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 25 now here. Hey, last time they were in this situation, guys, they were able to convert it for a 1st down. So let's hope that ICC defense can hold here. So 2nd and 25. They're going to go for that screen pass. They jumped the route that time, and it falls incomplete, mainly because it hit the backside of a guy trying to set the screen.
Yeah, great play by the Indians. I read that well. It was kind of in a cover 2 situation back here, but they jumped it well, was able to make a good play on it defensively.
Good job by our defense. Now it's a long 3rd and 25 here. Need to hold them, need to get the ball back.
Ball is at the 20. They've got to get it out to the 45 for the 1st down. They're going to go 3 wide here on the near side and 1 up top alone. There is a running back in the backfield.
Still in the cover 2.
Set that screen pass and slips off a tackle. Gets it forward and gets those yardages back after the loss on the sack. And ICC just playing a little prevent defense that time, trying not to let them get behind them. Still picked up 15 on the play, though.
Yeah, I had that cover 2 running again there, but again, we kept them from getting the 1st down. They've got a punt right here, Mr. Ingram.
You're right, Brad. We're getting off the field. Hopefully get good field position. They're punting from their own 35-yard line. Hopefully we'll get good field position on this punt.
Let's see if the Indians put some pressure on this guy. He takes an awkward step when he gets ready to punt, and they do. They just can't get to it. Daniels is going to field this one at the 31-yard line, and he is going to be hit and wrapped up immediately as he gets out to the 35. We're going to be 1st down and 10. Good job by the defense to hold. Now it's on the offense to come out, put a drive together, and points on the board.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, people will be wondering, well, why didn't Etowama have a good return right there? We sent the house trying to block that one, so there was no blockers back here for the punt returner.
It looks like Hunter Jones is coming back in as quarterback. Dylan Falk, if you're joining this late, injured his ankle. He is up walking. He is limping, but Hunter Jones is back on the field right now.
Jones, a freshman out of Amory, a local product here, trying to lead the Indians to another touchdown drive. Just threw a 5-yard touchdown pass on the previous drive, seeing if he can do it again here. This time he's going to hand it off in the backfield. Run forward. This is going to be number 36 carrying it forward. That's Pate, and a big carry there for Pate.
Finally something in the box right there that we've been talking about. We've got to establish that run in the box.
8-yard gain, and we've been impressed with Kobe Pate.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 2 situation here. Give is going to be to Pate again, and this time Coahoma was ready for it. No gain on the play. 3rd and 2.
Kobe Pate with the carry for ICC.
Bringing Brooks back in here.
3rd down and 2 for the Indians.
We're at possession down here, 3rd and 2. We got the ball on our own 43-yard line. We have a 7-6 lead, 11:45 left in the 2nd period.
Well, this time they do change. Well, no, actually they send Pate back in. Brooks does stay in as that blocking back in this situation. 3rd down and 2. Indians need to get this one here. This is going to be a free play. Load it up, throws it downfield. Got a one-on-one situation. Caught! Foot race, 10, 5, touchdown, Indians!
Great play.
That time, somebody talked to him on the sidelines because they said, hey, man, you get a free play, go deep with it. He did. It worked.
Give Hunter Jones credit and to Sandrin for the touchdown.
Big-time play there. Sandra just got the separation he needed. And I like Sandra in a foot race every day, folks, as that was a big-time conversion there. Offsides called on the defense, obviously going to be declined there. ICC gets points on the board, and they lead it now 13-6. Wow.
I believe that was a 57-yard pass, Adam.
It was.
57-yard pass, Jones to Sandrin.
I apologize if I blew anybody's speakers out there listening on Super Talk Mississippi. That was just a great catch by Sandrin. As he fell forward, able to get the fingertips on the football. Low snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. Big time play there for the Indians. They lead it 14-6. We're going to take a timeout. Hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ICC leads it 14-6. Hunter Jones on the evening is 4 for 6 for 71 yards, 65 of those yards belonging to Sandgren. Man, what about the freshman coming in? Pressure situation, military appreciation, healthcare worker appreciation night. Steps up and delivers back-to-back drives that resulted in touchdown passes.
Well, you called it, Mr. Ingram. You said he had been a 4-year starter at Amory.
4-year starter at Amory, yes, sir.
This wouldn't shake him.
No. This kick is going to be dropped in the end zone and nearly thought about running that one out. Good job by his head blocker that time to be able to keep him in the end zone and not allow him to run that one out, because there was a whole lot of red shirts coming down there looking like half a ton of hostile humanity looking to rip someone's head off.
Yeah, you want to see this spark. Now, there ought to be a great spark with the Indians, a lot of feel right here, a lot of emotion. Let's see it on defense. I want to see somebody make a big hit or a big interception, something like that, a big play right now.
You're right, Brad. We were down 6-0. We finally got the crowd into the game. We back-to-back touchdowns. Offense now performing. We're up 14-6, 11:23 left in the second quarter. Need another 3 and out if possible.
So we'll be a first down. This first down being brought to you by Davis Ford. If you're looking for your next new or used automobile, stop by 904 West Main Street right here in Fulton, just down the road from us here at Eaton Field, to experience the Davis Ford difference. So 1st and 10 now. Coahoma with the football. They're going to hand this one off in the backfield. The Indians eat that one up.
Great job. Of course, obviously, linebackers getting back there into the backfield to make that stop. No gain, a loss on that one, if I'm not mistaken.
Good job. Phillip Cook came up there off his defensive line, made the first hit on him.
So loss of 2 on the play brings up a 2nd down and 12 situation. Clock continuing to roll here inside 11 minutes to go until halftime. We invite you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report coming your way here. This time they go for the quick out pass, kind of short-armed it. Didn't quite get it out there enough. And the pass falls incomplete. And so now that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 12. Good job by the defense to get them into this 3rd and long situation. Got to hold them here, though.
Adam, you got to believe they're going to throw the football here. Our secondary needs to be ready. Maybe get a little pressure on the quarterback, Brad, and make them throw it away.
But we can't forget about that big quarterback back there who can elude these tacklers and run.
Now he's going to load up and throw downfield, and it's well out of bounds that time, as like Coach Kimberlin tried to go back to his glory days here at ICC and climb the ladder to catch that one. So the Indians defense holds. It'll be a 4th down and 12 situation. And we saw the Indians put some pressure on the kicker last time, nearly got the block. See if they'll try to do it again here with their back against the wall, as they'll be stepping into this kick right around the 11, maybe 12-yard line.
I'd send them again.
And the Indians do. This time they get off a much better kick, as it's going to be angled and it's going to hit and take a Coahoma roll. But then this is going to be Daniels getting to the outside, and he is hit and wrapped up and drug out of bounds. Nothing malicious on that hit there, as Coahoma coming up. But there is a flag down here on the other side. Now more flags are flying. I believe this is going to be a running into the kicker on the other end for ICC. And then just a late flag coming in here. It wasn't a bad tackle. We just wrapped him up high, threw him to the ground. And
well, I don't know who they're going to call it on, whether it's going to be on us or them, but obviously there's going to be some.
Yeah, say the one on the other end of the field is going to be on ICC. It depends on if it's going to be running into the kicker or roughing the kicker. Now this flag over here came in late after the play. And the Coahoma player, he had something to say to the ICC players. And I'm pretty sure, of course, us being ICC fans, our guys just shook our heads and did not say a single word back to them.
No doubt about it.
Do I need to say that with a little bit more sarcasm for anybody that's watching right now?
Adam, I believe it's a personal foul, but we don't know who it's against. It could be offsetting.
The referees are talking this one over, and as we talk about that one, we do want to remind you that First American National Bank is a proud supporter of their local communities and ICC, with locations serving you from Iuka to Tupelo. Just follow the flag to the First American National Bank location nearest you. Also, Cagle Eye Center, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. I need to give them a call. I'm getting older these days. I need to get my eyes checked. 862-EYES. That's 862-EYES. And also Max Holmes, one of our newest sponsors this season here for the ICC broadcast. If you would like to sponsor an ICC broadcast, give me a call at 862-8059. That's 862-8059. We got great rates. We can work with your budget. I'm killing time trying to let the referees figure out what they want to do here.
And by the way, the referees are taking a long time to discuss what's going on.
So it looks like they're going to be offsetting penalties here.
They're calling them back out.
You're going to re-kick?
So Coach Cannon calling for the punt return. So
yes.
Apparently this is going to be offsetting penalties, so we'll just have a redo here. We're in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. If you would like to find out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College, Jim, why don't you tell them some more?
More than welcome to give us a call in the foundation area. Talk to Michael Upton or me, Jim Ingram, or Tilda Bouchelon, who runs our office, and we'd be glad to talk to you and find a way to help out ICC.
You can do that by visiting iccms.edu/foundation.
Personal foul against the offense, number 18. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
And see, and tell me if I'm right on this, Mr. Ingram, because this is a dead ball down here. That one obviously wasn't, so you're not looking at offsetting on that.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. So it is not offsetting penalties. So
the Indians come out on top on that one because we're obviously getting 15 more yards added from the run.
No, that got great field position, guys. We got the ball at midfield. We got a 14-6 lead with 10:26 left in the second period.
But why do you decline that if you're Coahoma?
I don't know.
Because you can re-kick it.
Yes.
I don't. That just. Weird, wild stuff.
We'll take it, though.
We will. It's a ball that's going to be at midfield, where it'll be first down and 10 here for the Indians. No idea why you decline that unless it's just a run. I mean, even if it's a running into the kicker, 5 yards, kick it again. So it'll be first down and 10. Jones is your quarterback. Slings it to the outside. Got one man wide open. That's going to be number 12. Slipping off 2 tackles. Gets across the 50. Just shy of the 45-yard line. And a big-time pickup there for the Indians.
Good job by R.J. Wilson. Broke 2 tackles. I mean, Adam, it would have been a loss of 2 or 3 yards. Turned into a positive. Got about 4 yards. 2nd and 6.
So let's give them a gain of 4 on the play. Indians do move the ball across the field. Actually, they move it back one more time, so a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Jones, the quarterback, dropping back to pass. Throw over the middle's got a man. Is it caught? No, just couldn't hang on to it. Wow. What an effort there by J.J. Daniels, but we talked about it. Impressed by Jones slinging it around the yard. He's putting it where only his guys can go get it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He's only putting that to where, I mean, it's not going to be picked off. Our guy's either going to make a great catch out of it or it's going to be an incomplete pass.
So 3rd down and 7 now is the situation here. Jones, the quarterback, 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Coahoma this time being much more patient as they've been caught off sides a couple of times, trying to get aggressive with the blitz package. Jones steps up, swaps the play at the line of scrimmage, switches the running back from his left to his right. High snap, able to hang on to it, and Coahoma at that time just runs the right blitz package, runs right into the quarterback, and that's going to be a loss of 10.
Yeah, our running back back there, Wilson, was not able to handle the blitz package on that side. And, of course, obviously Jones, with the bad snap, took him to that side, too, where the blitz was coming.
You're right, Brad. The momentum, Jones was heading outside, and I think our running back was blocking him outside. Unfortunately, blocked him right into the defensive player. Good play by Coahoma.
So Little Caesars punt is a booming punt. Angle toward the left side. Coahoma's going to come up. No fair catch called. Sifts off another tackle. And then still going forward. There's a late flag in. And, Brad, you talked about it before, and we're going to talk about it here because we've seen this the last 3 games now, or I should say 2.5 games. There's been a lot of opportunities ICC's been able to have to make the first tackle but hasn't been able to do so.
You run down there, they make a great play. They're in position to make a great tackle right there on the spot, and they try the arm tackle right there, and they just get away. And again, Indians were in a position to make a bigger play down here, and we'll see what the penalty is.
You're right, Brad. I believe it's an offensive, holding, be a 10-yard penalty. They're going to be first and 10 from their 13-yard line, I believe. From their 15-yard line.
Well, they're going to back them up a little bit as they haven't quite stepped them off yet, as Coahoma came to the line of scrimmage where the official's holding the ball right now.
And you got to back it up 10 now.
So you got to add the 10 to it.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see how many penalty yardage, or how many yards in penalties Coahoma has tonight after the first half.
And I'll say this has been the most penalized game we've seen. And usually you see that in the first couple of games to the third game of the year. So maybe that'll get cleaned up here in the second half. 9:05 to go here in the second quarter. ICC with a 14-6 lead. First down and 10 here for Coahoma. They're going to throw it out to the 15-yard line, and ICC is there. And a much better job that time wrapping up and making the tackle.
Yeah, great job right there on the outside edge right there. They'd been getting away with that little short pass right there. Indians swarmed it, well covered.
And so it looks like it's going to bring up a second down. Let's call that 4 across the way.
Gave him 6 yards, yes, sir.
So a gain of 6 on the play. Clock is rolling, coming up on 8.5 to play until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report as ICC is there, and nice open field tackle. That was number 8.
Breon Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan coming up and reading that play well. And he drops him back to about the 17-yard line. It's going to break up a third down. And what was 4, now let's make it 5.
You know, guys, Sean Cannon does a great job as a head coach, but he's also our defensive coordinator. We have got 5 or 6 linebackers that can play this year, and he rotates them in and out. They're all doing a good job.
Yeah, it's been a staple of a Coach Cannon coach team. Of course, a couple of years ago, had the National JUCO Player of the Year at linebacker. You know where he was from, Jim?
Calhoun City.
He was.
No doubt.
Loads up, throws over the middle. What a catch. And it's going to be good for the first down. That was just a heck of a catch, heck of a throw right there. And it'll be first and 10 here. Guys, I get more and more impressed with Norris the more snaps I see him take tonight.
Yeah, he stood back there and made a great throw right there. It was across in the middle of the field. And, again, first down.
So first and 10 being brought to you by Davis Ford here in Fulton. Quarterback's going to keep it this time. ICC sniffs it out, but he's still going to be able to manage to go forward for a gain of 2.
As you mentioned, Adam got 2 yards, 2nd and 8. Coahoma's got a little drive going here. 7:10 left in the second period. ICC 14, Coahoma 6. Coahoma's got the ball at their own 40-yard line, 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
We'll have the ICC All-American Band halftime performance coming your way. You want to be sure and stick around for that one, as it is going to be something special. This ball is wrapped up, caught and ran out of bounds. As Steen makes the play, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. So a gain of 5 on the play there. And the Indians, their defense looks like they might be a little out of gas right now. Got to dig deep and find something to get it going here.
Well, he rotated some new linemen in a while ago on the previous play, so he's got some fresh linemen in. Sometimes they're running that soft coverage on the corners right there, which right now we're not really lined up for much of that soft coverage as much as we have been.
So 3rd down and 3. Bobbled the snap, does the quarterback. He's going to be hit in the backfield, slips off one, still fights forward. And, man, Hooper had him back there. But that's just a big boy right there running the football, and he's able to fight that and turn that into a gain of 1. It's going to be a 4th down and 2. Long 2. Actually, they move it back, I guess.
4th down and 2 for the Tigers.
Their offense is staying on the field right now, guys. 6 minutes left in the second period. Now they're going to punt the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's risky.
14-6, Indians up here in the second period. Clock running, 5:45 left until halftime.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to keep ICC from being able to get in that package on the field that's been close to blocking a couple of kicks. This is going to be Peyton Ray back to return this Little Caesars punt. And it's a high punt. Ray's going to step up, call the fair catch, and take it at the 25. And that's where ICC will have it with 5:35 to go here until halftime. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Indians, and ICC leads it 14-6. Hunter Jones has come in, led the Indians to back-to-back drives down the field that has resulted in touchdowns. after an injury to Dylan Falk. And let's see if they're going to keep, Jones staying on the field right now.
Jones staying in. Falk still walking around down here on the sidelines. Again, he's walking on the foot. Folks, I know y'all can't see it at home. He is walking around the sidelines. He does still have a slight little limp, though, Mr. Ingram.
You're right. And, he's needs to keep it loose if he's going back in. Hunter Jones is playing very well right now. We'll see what happens.
Jones dials up, goes deep, just a little too deep as the ball goes out of bounds about by 4 or 5 yards. And again, the Indians staying aggressive on first down. This is the most we've seen them throw the ball down the field basically all season, all 3 games combined.
Well, that was a great route by Daniels, actually, and that was he placed it. Jones placed it. It was about as good as you could for that situation, but it was a great route by Daniels right there to get downfield.
5:25 left until halftime. 14-6, Indians up on Coahoma. 2nd and 10. We got the ball on our own 25-yard line.
And it looks like we may have a timeout taken here. A little confusion on the field. And Coahoma takes the timeout. So we'll take the timeout with them. Let's hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
They used to call me Sir Sauce back in the day.
I knew you was going to claim
Sir
that.
Sauce a lot. You know.
Will is the sauciest
guy they know. Well, when I used to date your auntie, she said I was
saucy.
Sonic crave cheeseburger. You a saucy cat, man.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic crave cheeseburger.
And welcome back out of the timeout. Timeouts in the second quarter being sponsored by Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Reward Extra checking account that offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with Renaissance great rates and so much more. That's Renaissance Bank, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. 2 running backs in the backfield now as the 2nd down and 10. Jones dropping back to pass. Goes to his safety route right below him. Makes one man miss. What a juke move there, but still a loss on the play for the Indians.
Good job by Coahoma. They're trying to get the ball back here before halftime. The clock's running. 5:10 left in the second period. Adam was a tough play here. We're in bad field position. It's 3rd down, 3rd and 13 from our own 22-yard line.
What you don't want right here is a mistake. So on this side of the field, obviously, of course, you never want that, but you really don't. You got to take care of the football right now if you're the Indians. You want the first down, but you got to take care of the football.
You're right, Brad. Don't force if it's not there. We got a lead. We got a good punter. Punt it away we have to.
So Jones comes to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Brooks in the backfield with him. Brooks picks up the blitz, passes out, and tipped around and nearly intercepted that time, as that was intended for Daniels. Good job closing in by number 2, Reginald Johnson. And the Indians will have to step into a Little Caesars punt here on a 3rd down and 13 with 4:36 to go. Hey, real quick, shout out to my buddy, ironically enough, named Buddy Wayne, checking in, watching the broadcast tonight. As ICC getting set to step into this Little Caesars punt on this 4th and 13. As this punt, deep spiraling kick. Coahoma's going to come up and they're going to field it. Gets past that first wave now, cutting across the middle, looking for a block, and they're going to get it across the 50 down to about the 46-yard line. I tell you what, that kid is fearless, as that was Kroom on the return.
Got another one down for the Indians here.
So an injured player on the field.
He got up.
So he is able to pop up on his own there, as that was Dominic Taylor. Yeah, Taylor coming off. Good to see him able to walk off on his own power. But again, you look at Kroom, that was a gutsy return. Had guys barreling down on him. Was able to keep his focus on the football, get past that first wave, and a big-time return there sets him up at the 44-yard line. Yeah, 44.
They flipped the field at them. They got great field position.
So 1st and 10 here for the Tigers, trying to find an answer, see if they can take a little bit of momentum into halftime as the handoff is right up the middle. That's going to be number 8, Jackson, on the carry. Jackson. They got 2 numbers 8, but it is Jackson on the carry, a gain of 1.
Tackle made by number 43, Tyreek Howard.
Howard on the tackle. We've called his name a good bit here in the first half, so he's having a pretty good game here. 14-6 is your score. Inside 4 minutes of play until halftime. Coahoma making a lot of substitutions here. Plenty of time on the play clock. There's 12 seconds as they come to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9 is the situation here for the Tigers, and flag flies. Well, we did get about 4 or 5 plays off before we got a flag thrown, and it's going to be a false start here on the Tigers. And, guys, the Tigers just keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, again, like I say, I'd love to see what how much penalty yardage they actually have. I know we've acquired some, but they've really had a lot of penalties.
They've really hurt themselves, Brad. Another 5-yard penalty. The clock's running, 3:35. 2nd and 14 Tigers. The ball's at ICC's 47.
Indians showing pressure off the corner. Here they come, and that's going to be a Sonic sack.
Yeah, great call, but that time, great timing. We brought the corner blitz out there, and, great job.
Well, I tell you what, if he puts a foot down or takes another step, that time by Steen, he was offside, so he timed that out absolutely perfect. 3rd down and almost back to the Carolina community here for Coahoma. Let's call it 3rd down and 19. So Coahoma, a lot of confusion right now. ICC dropping guys back, not want to let them get deep here. Pressure coming, and it's caught over the middle, and that's going to be good for another 1st down.
You know, Mr. Ingram, we rushed 3, dropped everybody back into pass coverage back there. I don't know what happened on that.
Well, let's put it this way. We rushed 3, dropped 8, and did a poor job defensively because he's open across the middle and got the 1st down.
So Coahoma marching down the field, 2.5 to play here. They trail it 14-6, trying to see if they can find a way to tie this thing up. Quick out to the flats. It's going to be caught, and another positive pickup there of about 2. And a timeout taken here by the Indians. So ICC, interesting timeout there as the clock was rolling with 2:23. Let's keep it here as we're just moments away from the Little Caesars halftime report and the ICC All-American Band performance. Guys, 2:23 here, but Coahoma starting to grab a little bit of momentum heading into halftime.
Well, like you say, I think it was an interesting timeout, but I think Coach Cannon felt like there was something he needed to make an adjustment on at that point, as well as his guys may have needed a breather, Mr. Ingram.
You're right. They might be a little gassed. And what's interesting also here, Adam, is Coahoma's out of timeouts. So if we can make a couple stops here and get the clock running, they might have to hurry up here. But as you mentioned, 2:23 left at halftime, 14-6. Indians up by 8, 2:23 until halftime. Coahoma's got the ball at our 23-yard line. 2nd down, 2nd and 8.
Healthcare and military appreciation and healthcare appreciation night here at ICC. That'll be the theme of our halftime show. Homecoming's next week. I'm trying to get ahead to homecoming.
You're okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about right now. So
you need one of those Little Caesars pizzas.
I do. That's right. That sounds really good right now. What do they call it? The pizza, the calzone pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the robot go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's snap the football so before I go crazy. 2:23 to go here. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Jump ball thrown too high, and it falls incomplete.
Broken up by number 3.
As that one that time defended by Ralph Dunn, but just a pass a little too high to handle, bring up 2nd and 10.
I believe now, Adam, we lost.
Oh, excuse me.
3rd and 8, I believe. Yes, sir. 3rd and 8, I think.
All right, bringing in another package. They got to hurry, like he said. Got to roll with it.
Ball spotted at the 17-yard line.
So Coahoma making a substitution on their own now. And they're going to have to give ICC an opportunity to sub if they want to, now that Coahoma has subbed.
Got a man up here. Got man
and
defense,
that's what they're doing.
like. They're dropping back.
And ICC's got to take a timeout here as there's confusion on the field. I don't know that they had 11 guys on the field there. I saw 4 come off and only 3 come on. So a pretty good timeout taken there, but it's got to be frustrating for Coach Cannon. You got him in this 3rd down and 8 situation, having to burn back-to-back timeouts like that.
Yeah, down here on this side of the field, you're exactly right because, you're hoping that, the clock will still run and you can go into the half, if possible. But you're right.
14-6 is your score. ICC with the lead. There's 2:19 left on the clock here before halftime. 3rd down and 8 is the situation. You got to think 4-down territory for sure here for the Tigers. And I'll tell you what, they've been clutch on these possession downs today, whether it be 3rd down and long, 2nd down and long. When they've been put in those odd situations tonight, they've come through in the clutch, and it's all been behind the arm of Norris, who has been impressive. He is a quarterback out of Greenville Christian Academy, and he has looked extremely sharp at times tonight.
Adam, you're right. When they converted, it hadn't been 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 4. It's been 3rd and 19, 3rd and 25, and they've made big plays tonight.
Yeah, got a man defense again.
And they're going to try to throw the slant route through it behind him that time. As the pass falls incomplete, it's going to bring up a 4th down and 8. That one could have been offensive pass interference as he just basically pushed off the ICC defender as rain starting to fall here again at ICC. Well, they called for 15% chance of rain. Well, apparently we're in 15% of that map today.
It's a big play, guys. 4th down, 4th and 8. They're going for it. They got the ball at our 23-yard line. 2:14 till halftime. We're up 14-6.
So big-time situation here for the Tigers. Trying to find a way to get back in this contest, maybe tie it up. Pressure coming up the middle. Hit as he throws. Jump ball and just out of the reach. And I tell you what, guys, if
got a flag down,
we don't get pressure on that quarterback, he probably has time to throw that one right on the spot. But as you mentioned, Brad, there is a flag down on the field. And it's in the secondary, and that's not a good sign for the Indians. So we're going to let the referees talk this one over.
No, he had a step on him.
Yeah. And so they're going to talk this one over here.
Holding against an eligible receiver, defense number 15. A penalty of 10 yards, includes an automatic first down.
So holding is not pass interference, it's holding on the Indians, and that's going to result in 10 yards and an automatic first down. And so when Coahoma doesn't convert it, we help them out.
Well, that'll make your blood pressure go up for Sean Cannon down there.
Yeah, no doubt on that one. So it's actually 1st and 10, not 1st and goal. They can still pick up the first down without the touchdown. New quarterback in the game here. He's going to keep the football, runs it to the outside as that's number 1, Bonner Stewart. We talked about him earlier.
Quarterback keeper.
As he keeps that one forward. I think they got these guys mixed up.
He's out of North Carolina.
Yeah, he's out of North Carolina, but he looks closer to being 6'1". That says 6'4".
I got you. That's what you're saying, yeah.
But either way it goes, it's going to be a 2nd down. And let's call it 4 situation after that pickup of 6. Coahoma with the football, going to run it again right up the middle. Going to try to force this one in, and still fighting for it, and the Indians make the stop. Well, right now, if you're the Indians, you try to look like me getting out of the bed in the morning. Take your time getting up and let that clock continue to roll here, even though it does stop with the first down. But anytime you can get them stopped here without getting in the end zone, you want to try to eat up as much clock as possible.
Adam, 1st and goal. They got the ball at our 1-yard line. Clock running, 1:15 left to half.
So same quarterback in the game here. He's kept it the last 3 times. This time he hands off, and guess who meets him up the middle? Hooper makes the play. Also in on the play that time, Reggie Wilburn for the Indians.
Yeah, filled the gap very good there. Obviously, it was an RPO situation. He decided to hand it off, and Hooper filled that gap.
You're right, Brad. Lost a yard. Clock's running. 50 seconds left in the halftime.
They're not in any hurry.
They don't have any more timeouts. 2nd and goal from our 2-yard line.
Well, they're confident, and as you said, Brad, not really in a hurry getting this play in here.
I mean, they're still working on trying to get the play in.
And the referees are going to stop it here.
Did we use our 3rd timeout? We did. We stopped and set up our defense. I believe that's what happened.
Yeah, they called the timeout. ICC did in that situation, and Coahoma did not have any timeouts left. The clock was continuing to run there, so apparently Coach Cannon saw something that Coahoma was wanting to try to set up in that situation and wanted to reset his defense here. So a big-time break there for Coahoma, but ICC, you got to put your back against the wall now and try to get this stop on this 2nd down and goal from the 3. This timeout being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Reward Extra checking account. They offer things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with that great Renaissance Bank rates and so much more. That's Renaissance Bank, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics, Itawamba Community College, and many, many more. You know, you look on Saturdays, you see guys like Alabama, Georgia, when their coaches talk, they got Renaissance in the background. Well, guess who else does? ICC.
I like it.
So 39.2 seconds to go here. Coahoma with the football, 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper this time up the middle, and he's going to be hit and stacked up. And again, if you're ICC, don't be in a hurry to get up in this situation, as the clock now under 30 seconds.
The thing is, Coahoma does not look like they're in a hurry.
It's 3rd and goal, and they're bringing in a different package. Are they going to kick a field goal?
Well, that's what it looks like. They look like they're going to try to get some side of points on the board here. 15 seconds. Are they going to be able to get this snap off? They're not. There's too many men on the field right now. The official's going to have to let them get off the field. Now they say get ready to snap it. 7 seconds. Make it 5. Snap back is up. The kick is up, and the kick is good, but there is a flag down as time expires. That's Bronson Payne with the field goal, and if that name sounds familiar, he was our former work study here at ICC, so he's helped us in the past here in broadcast.
They're going to decline it. We're offsides.
Indians were offside, so that will be how we end the first half. A bizarre ending to the first half, to say the least. But when we come back, we'll have the Little Caesars halftime report, take a look at some Sonic stats, and hear from that ICC All-American band. ICC leads at 14-9 here at the break. Back with more right after this.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza. Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tribe!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we take you to the field now for the ICC All-American Band halftime performance. Your score here at halftime, ICC 14, Coahoma 9. Let's take you to the field for the ICC All-American Band.
Tonight, Itawamba Community College honors both past and present members of the armed forces, as well as our healthcare heroes, including those from our own college family, students and faculty. Please join us as we salute all of those individuals who are serving and proudly serving our country, and as well as the medical professionals who continue to spend long hours providing care in our hospitals and other facilities. We are extremely grateful for you and your service. I am a hero. I've served in the military. I've been on the battlefield. I've experienced the horror of war. I've seen heartbreak and joy. Heroes live among us. They are many shapes and sizes, colors, nationalities, and they are brave, courageous, determined, helpful, and honest, inspirational, protective, strong, selfless, and self-sacrificing. Heroes today include those who have been on different battlefields. They have walked the halls of hospitals and medical complexes. They have saved lives when the world was gripped by a crippling pandemic. They are our neighbors and our friends. They are those who make the world a better place. We salute you, healthcare workers, who have worked long hours and multiple shifts, and you just didn't know how much energy you had left. You saved the lives of our neighbors and friends, and for that, we are grateful. Would you please stand as we say thank you? Heroes rush to help others in the face of danger and adversity because they care. And so it is with those who served and continue to serve in the military. Although the missions of the 6 branches of the United States military are different, the common goal is to protect and serve our country, America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Millions of armed forces personnel have served and continue to serve with honor to protect and defend our rights and privileges. We owe you a debt of gratitude, one that will never be paid, for all that you have done for us. We salute you. As your branch of service is called, would you please stand? The United States Air Force. The United States Army. The United States Coast Guard. The United States Marine Corps. The United States Navy. The United States Space Force. The Army National Guard. Coahoma Community College is honored to have you here tonight. We salute you.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the start of the ICC All-American Band Performance special night here tonight, as it's Military and Healthcare Worker Appreciation Night, and that was just an awesome presentation put on there by the ICC All-American Band. Now we're going to enjoy their halftime performance here ICC leads it 14-9 at halftime over Coahoma. Let's take you back to the field for the ICC All-American Band. Well, we're still waiting for the ICC All-American Band to get set up here. Do want to give you some scoreboard updates throughout the league. If I can find my JUCO Weekly app here. Again, I moved all my apps the other day. I don't know why I did that. Well, I'll give it to you after the ICC All-American Band here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coahoma Community College is proud to present to you the 2021 ICC All-American Marching Band. We are thrilled to perform for you this year's program, One Giant Leap. We open our program this evening with the 1969 David Bowie classic, Space Oddity, and the 2013 One Republic hit, Counting Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, the ICC All-American. Present the 1969 Steve Miller Band hit Space Cowboy, featuring our Indianette dancers. members for the ICC All-American Band are Lily McCulley from Saltillo, Brianna Clark from Ripley, Mallory Dabbs, Nettleton, Alex Hidalgo, Mantachi, and Liddy Montz of Moorville. Color guard captain is Hillary Little from Collierville, Tennessee. Indianette instructor is Mandy Eaton. The ICC All-American Marching Band is under the direction of Christy Colburn, Brennan Eaton, Eric Simmons, and Ryan Todd. Thank you, and good evening.
Get a free extra most bestest pizza right now at littlecaesars.com.
Ding dong.
Order $15 or more for delivery and get a free extra most bestest pizza. Use code EXTRA PIZZA at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. Little Caesars new crazy calzone, julienne pepperoni. It's so tasty. Garlic white sauce. Here comes the bite. Here comes the...
Yummy!
Was I dreaming about the crazy calzone again?
You also said some weird things about giraffes.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family,
Roll Tribe! Get a free extra most bestest pizza right now at littlecaesars.com.
Ding dong.
Order $15 or more for delivery and get a free extra most bestest pizza. Use code EXTRA PIZZA at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. Little Caesars new crazy calzone, julienne pepperoni. It's so tasty. Garlic white sauce. Here comes the bite. Here comes the...
Yummy!
Was I dreaming about the crazy calzone again?
You also said some weird things about giraffes.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back to the Little Caesars Halftime Report. What a great performance by the ICC All-American Band. If you missed that, boy, you missed a treat for sure. Your score here at halftime is 14-9. ICC with the lead. Coahoma able to get 3 points tacked on the board there just before halftime to take a little bit of momentum into the first half of play. Let's take a look back at some first half highlights. But as we do that, let's talk about some Sonic stats. And Will Simmons coming in here. He's our statistician tonight as well as running social media. And Will, tell us about some of those stats tonight.
Well, it's been a busy night tonight for me, of course. But on the football field, not a lot of offensive production tonight. Coahoma is leading the game in passing yards. Their quarterback, Norris, 58%, 14 for 25 passing for 137 total yards. The Indian D's been holding up very strong tonight, Adam. Only allowed 7 yards rushing, getting in the backfield very fast, not allowing those running backs to get out wide. Looking on the ICC stand of things, 87 total yards passing, which is kind of unusual for the Indian offense, but of course with Dylan Falk going down early, Hunter Jones coming in and stepping up, 55%, 6 for 11, 71 passing yards. And also something unusual for the Indians is the rushing. 34 yards total rushing tonight for the Indians, and the biggest attempt coming from Peyton Ray. Fake punt, 26 yards down the field.
And you're looking at that right now on Let's Go ICC TV, so good timing on that.
But one thing for the Indians to do to step up in the second half, they have to dominate on the ground. Because when you start to get that running on the ground, you can open the play action game, get passes downfield, and that's how the offense goes together for Indians. That's what they're used to.
And that's from Will Simmons, our work study this year, keeping stats, doing social media, also does some play-by-play during baseball and softball season. We're going to try him out tomorrow on some volleyball. If you're looking to watch some volleyball, you can check that out tomorrow on the Blue channel. That's letsgoicctv.com/blue, as it'll be ICC playing at 12 and 6 o'clock. We'll also have a 1 and 4 o'clock match coming your way there as well. Dr. Boggs, what's your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, Will kind of said it right there. We were kind of concerned when Falk went out, and rightfully so. Had racked up a lot of yardage, and of course the accolades he had won this past week. Bring in Hunter and did a great job, for the circumstances. I think the Indians, and one thing that stood out at me again, and we've talked about it since Southwest is special teams. And I watched them a couple of times on the last 2 punts. And again, it's easier to sit back for us to do this and sit back and say, well, we should have done that and should have done that. But the first 2 or 3 defenders that get down here run past the guy who fields the punt. Well, that's doing us no good. So then he's able to gain some yardage. That's one thing that sticks out in my mind there. Again, of course, that goes into missed tackles and things of that nature. And then whatever happened down here, it was a big conglomerate type of stuff. And to end the second half, Indians lost the field position battle. I talked about it at the beginning of the game. We got to win the field position battle. I really don't think we won the field position battle on that side. And I don't know, I know Mr. Ingram talked about some things too, but we did not win the field position battle. I'd love to see the penalties, because had Coahoma not had the penalty yardage that they racked up, I don't know where this game would be.
Absolutely. Another big thing you guys got to think about as well. Think about it. ICC had them in 3rd down and 22, 3rd down and 14, 3rd down and 12, 3rd down in long situations that they were able to convert. So that defense has got to find a way to get off the field when they have their opportunities.
The defense is getting themselves into very good situations, forcing those 3rd and longs and those 2nd and mediums, really. And they just have to make the stop on 3rd down. And another thing I want to mention, y'all, is the time of possession on this game. That first touchdown that Coahoma scored, they burned 10 minutes off the clock in the first quarter. They are definitely winning the time of possession battle.
And that's one way you keep an offense off the field. And that's one thing they talked about. If you read their preview on their website coming into this game, and Coach Cannon talked about it a little bit, they wanted to keep their defense has been on the field a lot this season. And so they wanted to find a way to keep them on the sidelines a little bit more to get rested up. And they've done a good job. They've been very patient running the offense, taking a lot of time off the play clock back and forth in that sense. Well, both teams are starting to retake the field. We're about 4 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff to start the second half. So we're going to take a break and come back with that second half here from Fulton. ICC leads it 14-9 here at halftime. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife, bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
They used to call me Sir Sauce back in the day.
I knew he was going to claim
Sir
that.
Sauce a lot.
Will is the sauciest
guy they know. Well, when I used to date your auntie, she said I was saucy.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger. You a saucy cat, man.
If I crave something, I have to have it. So what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there. Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tribe!
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the second half of play here. ICC with a 14-9 lead over Coahoma at the break. Guys, your thoughts before we head into the second half. And Mr. Jim, let's start with you.
You know, Adam, we're very fortunate. We're fortunate to be ahead 14-9. You know, hadn't had much of a rhythm, Brad, because of all the penalties, stop and starting to play, a couple injuries, no rhythm going right now. We got to stop the penalties. We've got, you know, Will did an excellent job giving us the stats. We've only got 130 yards total offense. Got to get more production out of our offense and play a little better defense. I'm not trying to sound negative. We're still playing hard, playing well, and we're still up 14-9. We need to clean up a few areas.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Ingram. And I want to take this opportunity, not dodging the question, but Mr. David Thompson, who was did the fireworks show for us down there, did a fantastic job, does that every year. Band did a great job. Ryan Todd, again, under their direction for the Military Appreciation Show as well as the halftime show. Again, can't say enough about our All-American band, and then, of course, the added added fireworks show from Mr. David Thompson. Love it. Folks, if you hadn't come out for a halftime show, need to.
You need to. And give our fans credit. It's been raining off and on tonight, and I look down here, we got a great crowd tonight. Students have hung in here tonight. We appreciate everybody coming to the ball games.
Short kickoff taken at about the 32-yard line will be returned out to about the 35 is where ICC will have it. Looks like there is a flag down as well.
Surely not.
So flag number infinity on the field right now. Bobby Gerald somewhere cringed just then because he doesn't like it when I refer to numbers as infinity because he's like, oh, that's not a number.
We're going to put a little pressure on Will Simmons. Will, keep up with the penalties this half if you can. Let's see what happens.
Illegal blocking below the waist, number 33.
This one's going to go against the Indians here.
Not what the Indians needed, obviously, to start the second half. We're losing yardage already, and that's a good chunk right there that's coming off. That's going to take us back to the 20.
Right, we had good field position around the 35. Now we're starting from our own 20.
Going to be a first down for ICC. This first down being brought to you by Davis Ford right here in Fulton. Looking for your next new or used automobile, go by and see Tab and all the great folks out there at Davis Ford, DavisFordAutosales.com.
And Dylan Falk is back out there on the field.
So Falk does return at quarterback. He's got one receiver on the far side, three here on the bottom of the field. He's looking to pass. Throws over the middle in the first one, and almost overshot his guy into an interception that time. And that would have been big there for Coahoma if they could have found that one. Pass falls incomplete, second down and 10.
Guys, we're glad to see Dylan Falk back, checking off that ankle injury. But, let's give Hunter Jones some credit. He came in there, came off cold off the bench, played very well, got us this lead at 14-9. Good job by Hunter Jones.
So Falk stays in at quarterback. Two receivers on both sides of the football now. You've got a running back in the backfield. I believe that is going to be R.J. Wilson back there with Falk. Falk checking at the line of scrimmage. changing the play. Looks like a little confusion on the part of the Indians. 8 seconds now on the play clock. Falk will get the snap. Pressure coming. Falk steps up, throws it across the middle, wide open, spinning out near the 40-yard line, and a solid pickup there for the Indians.
It was Sandgren, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Ingram.
No doubt about it, Sandgren, and he's getting up there around 75, 80 yards catching tonight. Good job, good pass by Falk to Sandgren. First down for the Indians.
That first down, once again, being brought to you by Davis Ford ICC on the march. Falk pressured out of the pocket now. He's going to have to tuck and run. Looking pretty good on that ankle. Wisely slides and picks up maybe 3 or 4 yards. Just give him a gain of 4 on the play.
Brad, give him some credit. And Adam, you're right. He has shown a lot of guts running. We know that ankle's hurting. I'm glad he slid down, Brad.
Yeah, me too. And, of course, he didn't have much of a choice. He was flushed out and basically had to run to get positive yardage or take a sack.
So now it looks like they're going to try to set up a screen pass and looking to see where he went with the football before he caught it was number 13 that time, Webb. Webb saw a lot of green grass, but got to make that grab before you can hit upfield.
Yeah, it was a forward pass, so it's incomplete.
So a tough break there for the Indians. As I said, good play call. Just couldn't quite hang on to it there. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 situation here for the Indians. Possession down here for the Indians. Got to get this thing and extend this drive here if you're ICC. But if you're Coahoma, pin your ears back and see if you can go get them here. Falk handles the snap. Pass over the middle, screen pass. Coahoma was ready for it, but they can't make the tackle. Brooks keeps his balance, gets across the 40. What a big-time play there for the Indians.
Man, I tell you what, Mr. Ingram, if that doesn't fire up the Indians right there, Brooks did a fantastic job. There's Coahoma shoes all over the field down there because he took them out of them. And then at the very end of them, he just ran over a Coahoma defender.
No doubt about it. It looked like he's going to be dropped for a loss and got 15 positive yards, got the first down.
So 1st down and 10. They're going to run the quick pass out this time. This is Daniels trying to find the corner. Does slip off one tackle. Fights his way forward. Heads out of bounds. And another solid pickup there on 1st down.
Yeah, that's a good gain on 1st down. Again, opening the playbook for the Indians.
No doubt about it, Brad. I think it's 2nd down, and we're going to call it a short 4.
So they mark him stepping out of bounds a little bit before he actually ended up. So the Indians with the football. They lead it 14-9. Coming up on 13 minutes to play here. Falk, your quarterback. 3 receivers on the far near side of the field. 1 alone on the far side. Falk sees pressure, steps up. Now he's going to sling it forward and just in and out of the hands of the receiver that time. And Falk hit to the ground well after he got rid of the football that time.
Yeah, it's a clean hit, but he hit him pretty hard there. And he's limping maybe a little bit worse now after taking that hit.
Well, that's one thing we talked to him whenever we did the interview for the co-offensive player of the week. He's like, I knew I missed the game. I knew I missed the guys because he wasn't part of the team 2 or 3 weeks before the season started. And then he's like, one thing I didn't realize I missed, he's like, I missed getting hit. And so that's gutsy out of a quarterback.
They didn't have the package out there they needed. They ran on Brooks late.
And this ball being sent forward and going to be just about a yard shy of that 1st down. And
amazing they even got that.
I agree. And 4th and 1 on the 30, no man's land. I think we go for it.
Got to go for it right here, in my opinion. If you Coach Cook, let's go for it.
So the Indians are going to go for it here on a 4th down and long 1 situation.
Quick snap.
And it is going to be a give, and didn't get it.
Nope.
Maybe even lost a little bit that time as that was a handoff to Kobe Pate. And again, ICC's run game has just not been there this season. And if you're going to throw the ball as much as ICC does, you eventually got to find a way to run the football.
Yeah, we'll produce a few runs here and there, but no, you're exactly right, Adam. The run game is not as consistent as it needs to be.
No, and let's be honest. Yeah, they took over on downs there, but we went from our 20 all the way down to basically their 30. We had a 50-yard drive. They stopped us on 4th down. Defense got to make some plays now for us.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 situation here as Coahoma comes to the field. They're working left to right on your radio dial, wearing all white for those watching here on the red channel of Let'sGoICCTV.com. 2 running backs in the backfield. They're going to keep it on the ground this time. ICC was there. Stacks it up. Little of no gain. They're going to say no gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Great push by the D-line right there to even stop that up there. There was nothing there for Coahoma.
Good job by the Indians. As Brad mentioned, no gains, second down, 2nd and 10, Coahoma. We just started the third period, 11:50 left in the third quarter. ICC 14, Coahoma 9.
So Coahoma back with it now. Let's call it a short 10 this time for the Tigers. Same set. 2 running backs in the backfield. Trying to see if they can find some out in the flats. Quarterback decides some running. The Indians are there.
That's what we've been talking about right there. They flushed the quarterback out, but they didn't make an arm tackle, Mr. Ingram. They actually wrapped him up that time.
Good job by Nick Neal, the freshman from Randleman, North Carolina, 6'4", 285 pounds, freshman defensive tackle for the Indians.
And it's going to stay a third down and long 9, short 10 situation here. No gain on the play. Can the Indians defense find their way off the field? They struggled with this at times throughout the first quarter. Quarterback in the shotgun. 2 receivers on both sides of him. They flare out this time. Passes over the middle. Indians are there. Corley Hooper wraps him up. And the Indians will get the stop.
Yeah, kind of a zone coverage right there. And obviously Hooper was able to step up in that and make the play there on that receiver. Again, great play by the Indians. 4th down.
Good job, Brad. Like you mentioned, it was 4th and a long 9, short 10. We let them have a little short pass. We made the tackle, kept them in front of the marker, make them punt.
It'll be a 4th down and 7 situation as J.J. Daniels back to receive this Little Caesars punt. Snap is high, got it off in a hurry. And Daniels is going to run to the far side of the field. He drops it, retracts back to the 25, and gets up to the 30 where he originally caught the football. And that's where the Indians will have it, 1st and 10. Well, guys, it's the little things tonight that the Indians aren't taking care of. Catching the punts, wrapping up, making the tackles. And it's one of those things that really drive coaches crazy is when you're seeing this football team, you're like, guys, we're just execution away from putting this ball game away.
Yeah, Mr. Ingram, that was a returnable punt, and I think he knew it. I think he got so caught up in trying to basically his momentum going forward, he took his eyes off the ball.
No doubt about it. Still got pretty good field position. 1st and 10 in our own 31-yard line. We're up 14-9. 10:27 left in the third period.
Before we get to snap here, I do got to give a quick shout-out before it gets past their bedtime. Easton and Cooper Monk watching at home with Dad Patrick, cheering the Indians on here. There's going to be a handoff on 1st down. That's going to be Wilson on the carry. Minimum gain of about 1 on the play, bring up 2nd down and 9. Yeah, Easton and Cooper, they like some ICC football now. They'll go back and watch them on the archives on letsgoicctv.com on their Roku app. Is where they watch it there. So I got to give a shout out to my guys there, Easton and Cooper. Now you can go to bed.
Adam, we appreciate everybody, supporting the ICC Indians, watching us on the internet or listening to us on the radio or being here at the game. Thank you for supporting ICC.
2nd and 9. Pocket collapse, but Falk gets away from it, still on his feet, cuts across the 40, and is going to have the 1st down. Heck of a run there by Dylan Falk. You wouldn't think he was hurt.
No, I'm going to tell you, though, the D-line of Coahoma, and they are getting a tremendous push. That was not a designed run play for
No,
Falk.
it was not. He broke about 3 tackles, but a great job by Falk to get the 1st down.
And this time Falk passes it out, in and out of the fingertips. That time, probably not a bad drop there on the part of Daniels. Would have been maybe back to the original line of scrimmage is where he would have hauled that one in.
2nd down and 10.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 here. 9:32 to go here in the third quarter. ICC with a 14-9 lead over the Tigers of Coahoma. This is the division opener here for both teams. Falk will get the snap. Felt pressure coming from behind and then just threw that one low, intended for Daniels. And you can kind of tell that Falk's not feeling too comfortable in that pocket after getting a lot of pressure put him on the previous plays.
Well, that's what Coahoma, their defense is doing. They're putting a lot of pressure on us, and they're bringing the pressure. So there's, if they're not bringing, if the line's not busting through, you've got a blitz package coming through.
And they also know his ankle is hurt a little bit, and he's not as mobile as he usually is, so he really can't get outside the pocket usually.
So 3rd down and 10, 9:28 to go here. ICC with the football. Falk gets the snap. Going to try to set up a little bubble screen here. Gets around the corner, and it's going to be forward. That's number 12 for the Indians, R.J. Wilson, but not enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4 situation.
4th down and 4 for ICC.
Nixon going out to punt. No doubt what ICC would do here, so Nixon going out to punt.
You got to punt the ball here. You're up 14-9 early in the third period. Yes, you got the ball at the 48-yard line, but you got 4 yards to go. Let's see if we can pin them deep.
Number 6, Dalen
And
Cruz.
so this will be a Little Caesars punt coming up here, as this is Price Nixon set to step into this one. High snap, able to get it, puts a foot into it, kind of kicks it off the inside of his foot. Not the Little Caesars punt the Indians were hoping for there, as Coahoma will get a lot better field position. Whoa! There's no way the ball went out of bounds there, as he marks it all the way back up to about the 26-yard line. So a big-time break there for Coahoma on the spot.
Ball spotted at the 34-yard line.
Or excuse me, 34-yard line.
Coahoma.
But either way, it's not where it should be spotted, as the ball hit closer to the 30 before it went out of bounds.
Well, either way, the punt was a shank type scenario off the foot of Nixon. And
I was trying to help him out as much as I could.
You were
there.
being nice. But Brad's right. Price has been kicking it well, but that was not one that he did not kick that one well.
Coahoma's going to keep it on the ground. ICC has him in the backfield, misses a tackle, but able to stick with it and make the play.
Yeah, he was able to hang on back there. The ICC is penetrating back there with Jordan. So, again, they were able to penetrate and hang on.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Second down and 14.
So bring up a second down and 14 situation here. Clock running at 8:45.
You know, if folks like a good defensive matchup, this is the game to watch.
They've gotten a good one tonight. Or if they like to see the officials throw flags.
Yes, that's right. Stoppage of play, they would enjoy that.
So it's going to be a second down and 14 situation here. Almost got the sack. And then they do. Well, that time he ball faked to nobody. The Indians brought pressure right up the middle, stuck with it. It was able to come up and make the play, as that was number 8, Jordan and Hooper, coming in to make the play for the Indians.
Good job by the linebackers. We pushed them back here, Brad. Third down, 3rd and 15. Yeah. Unfortunately, this has been their bread and butter. When they got 3rd and long, they usually come through. Let's see if we can stop them this time.
You're exactly right, Mr. Ingram. This is where we got to be careful. We don't give up the big play on 3rd down.
So as you mentioned, 3rd down and 15 coming up on 7:45 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Set up the screen pass, and it was too tall. Pass incomplete. And that was probably a good thing, because that time DeMontre Bell was head-hunting. And if he would have caught that football, DeMontre would have put it to the ground in a rather rude manner.
Yeah, that's a 3-and-out right there. Indians going to get the ball back. Again, unless he puts a tremendous foot in it, which could happen, the Indians should have decent field position out of this.
We watched the punter in warm-ups, and he was good for a kick, bad for a kick, kind of back and forth in that sense. But he's had to rush his kicks here, as ICC has put a lot of pressure on. And this time ICC doesn't. He puts a good foot into this one. Daniels let it hit. He's going to take it, lets one man get by him. Now gets to the outside. He's going to try to cut back up the middle, across the 40, down near the 45-yard line, and a heck of a return there.
Now, Mr. Ingram, I know I'm not on the field down there, but you had a blocker out there, a guy in red. I think he could have got more green if he'd have went on around that guy.
On the outside, he missed it. You're right, Brad. Still got some positive yards. Got good field position here. Balls that are on 44-yard line. 7.5 minutes left in the 3rd period. ICC 14, Coahoma 9.
So it is 14-9. I don't know what button I hit during the time out there. I had 16-9. So it is 14-9 for those watching on Let's Go ICC TV. Maybe a little thinking ahead on that sense. Who knows? Falk is your quarterback. He's got a running back in the backfield. That looks to be Jamal Brooks. Ball fake. This time he's going to throw it out wide. Spin and nothing going there. Great job with the open field tackle by Coahoma.
Great coverage right there. They read that play, and, the DB was back there.
You're right, Brad. We lost 4 yards, so we got to throw the ball downfield. We're throwing it east-west right now, and they're making the tackles behind the line of scrimmage, causing lost yardage, 2nd and 14.
See if the Indians might go with a double move here in a minute to see if they can catch Coahoma cheating up on some of these plays where they've been extremely aggressive. As now it's 2nd down and 14. Trying to go deep, and it's almost intercepted. In and out of the hands that time of number 28, Christopher Williams. Big time break there for the Indians. Seems like I keep saying that over and over again. Break for the Indians, break for the Indians. And there was another one.
Yeah, those breaks, now, they can at any time go the other way. And you're right. And we can't keep relying on those.
So 3rd down and 14. 3 receivers on the far side of the football. Coahoma showing pressure coming from everywhere but the press box right now. 1 receiver here on the near side. Brooks switches from his left to right of Falk. Falk gets the snap, delay blitz over the middle, and that's got to be pass interference. But then the pass is going to be caught and intercepted by Coahoma. They had Brooks wrapped up before he even got to the football. It bounced around and eventually ends up in the hands of number 8. And that's going to be Robert Spearman with the interception.
Well, I mean, you're throwing into great coverage. I mean, that's what happened. And I'm not saying he had a choice, but he was throwing into great coverage, and the ball's going to get tipped up, and it's anybody's ball.
It's a lot of bodies there. It was a little center screen right in front of the line of scrimmage. Too many people were involved there, and they intercepted the ball.
So credit Coahoma with a great play. That's what we talked about. The breaks have been going the way of the Indians. Well, that time the break goes the way of Coahoma. First down and 10. Tigers with the football, trying to fight their way back into this one. Pass is going to be a short one out to the 35-yard line. Indians are there. They chase him out of bounds and push him out of bounds, and it'd be the clock stop with 6:35. Sheldon Moore's got to be careful. He was on the sideline and nearly got in the action that time.
I think Sheldon can handle it. He still looks like he's in pretty good shape out there.
Yeah, you was watching him before the game. He was out there with the guys just trying to get warmed up. He got a chance to throw the football, and that's what's the good thing about getting guys coming home. You know, they enjoy this atmosphere, get to relive some of their glory days here on Eaton Field. New quarterback in the game here is going to be Bonner Stewart for Coahoma. He's a threat to run. As this time he's going to hand it off up the middle. It's going to be Kip, and this time it's going to be number 8, and that's going to be Jacoby Jackson, and it's going to be good for the first down.
Tackle made by number 90, Nick Neal.
So tackle made that time by Nick Mill of the Indians. Coahoma still trying to fight their way forward here. How big is that extra point, or excuse me, field goal now before halftime for the Tigers?
Give them credit, Adam. As you mentioned, they got a first down here, 1st and 10. They're on our 28-yard line. 5:45 left in the third period. 14-9 Indians.
Taking a lot of time for the snap here. They finally get it back. Looking to throw for the first time tonight. Had to slant, but too tall.
Yeah, great coverage by the Indians downfield, with the defensive backs and the linebackers that drop back into coverage. Great job by the defense.
So now to be a 2nd down and 10 situation. 5:33 is where the clock is stopped. We're in the third quarter. ICC leading this contest by the score of 14-9 over Coahoma. Remind you, stay tuned here on Super Talk Mississippi. Tomorrow night, David Jenkins will have the call of, I believe, it's Baldwin and East Webster coming your way here on Super Talk. This time, Bonner Stewart on the carry. He will keep it. Gets it just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 situation.
Yeah, Indians subbing in some more linemen now. Got a different set of linemen coming in.
Excuse me, third down.
3rd and 8.
Forgot about them throwing that pass over the middle. That was incomplete. Clock is continuing to roll here as we're coming up on 5 minutes here in the third quarter. It's a 3rd down and 8 situation. The ICC All-American band trying to get fired up here behind the Indians. See if they can come up with a stop. Movement on one of the receivers on the far side of the field for Coahoma.
There's another penalty, Will.
And so that will back them up there another 5 yards. So that'd be a 3rd down and 13 situation now. That's all they wanted. They just wanted to get that 3rd down and long situation. That's where they've been money tonight.
Long, that's when they get the first downs.
So 14-9 is the score. Clock running now as we're under 5 minutes of play.
3rd down and 13 following the penalty.
3 receivers on the far side of the field here. 1 near side running back in the backfield. And still Bonner Stewart in there. This one's passes out. It's caught down to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 2.
I don't know what I tell you. Everybody, 2 receivers. He had options. There were 2 receivers open. There was one that ran a slant, basically a little post down in the middle. Had he thrown it to him, they would have had a touchdown.
Yeah, so 4th down and 2 here. You know they're going to try to go for it in this situation. ICC making some substitution. Coahoma's been very patient. They haven't hit that panic button at any point in this contest as they look to the sideline and get to play. 10 seconds on the clock. Bonner Stewart is your quarterback. Do have a running back offset to his left. And it's going to be a handoff to the running back. He's going to get around the outside corner, has a first down and then some into the 10. 5, ball free. Fumbles it out of bounds. Oh, man, the Indians needed that one there. Big time break for the Tigers as he fumbles the ball out of bounds. He got down to the 2, fumbled it backwards to the 4, and now to be a first and goal from the 4 for the Tigers. For same play, and it's going to get in the end zone. 4-yard touchdown run for Coahoma. And, guys, that was all Coahoma on that drive. They just loaded up, said, here we come, do something about it.
On the play by number 8, Jacoby Jackson.
That makes it 15-14. You look for them to go for 2 here, wouldn't you?
Well, they're sending the kicker out in this situation.
Well, that'll be good for us then.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You would go for 2 to make it a 3-point game, you would think.
We've seen some weird things tonight. As this is going to be Bronson Payne in to attempt the extra point. Snaps a good one. The kick is up, and the kick, no good.
Extra point attempt is no good.
3:31 to go here in the third quarter. Coahoma has retaken the lead, 15-14. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coahoma takes a 15-14 lead off a 4-yard touchdown run by Jacoby Jackson as we get set for a First American National Bank kickoff here. It's going to be a short kickoff, fielded at the 30, and big man rumbling and stumbling forward that time. As I don't know if you're ICC if you don't sneak someone else up, as that was number 65 for the Indians.
First American National Bank kickoff.
And Anthony Gullidge, an offensive lineman, getting some yardage in the game right now.
Let me say this. Anthony made a good catch on that kickoff.
First down.
We said this has been a bizarre game, and I was about to say, what can we see next? Well, how about an offensive lineman returning a kickoff?
You're right.
There we go. So first down and 10 here for the Indians. They trail it 14-15.
Got to answer here, Mr. Ingram.
Need to get a good drive, get a couple first downs.
Falk, the quarterback, will get the snap. Ball fakes one way, looks back the other. It's caught, and it's going to be down near the 40-yard line. Looked like they were going for that little double move that time, and Coahoma ate it up well.
Pass complete to number 19, Jordan Buchanan at the
like a gain of 4 that time, guys?
Yes, sir. Looks like it was a little hitch and go over there, and, of course, they didn't bite on it.
So a gain of 4 would make it second down and 6. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. ICC trailing at 15-14.
Guys, it's very important we get at least 1 first down this series. Our defense has got to be gassed a little bit. We got to stop the momentum, need some first downs.
That's a
Falk's
run.
Going to carry it this time on his own, spins around 1, gets forward, and it's hit as he heads forward, but it's going to be good for a first down.
That run moves the chain.
Well, that's what you got. You got to find some way to run the football. You don't necessarily like it to be your quarterback in that sense, especially since he went down with the injury earlier. But if he's feeling confident, sees those options, and move the chains, you got to do it. So 15-14, Coahoma with the lead after the interception led to a 4-yard touchdown run. Falk now goes downfield, is caught, and just could not keep his balance that time as the pass was reeled in by Sandgren. Good for another Davis Ford first down.
And Sanders got another 14 yards on that catch.
Yeah, great throw and catch right there. Great move by Sandgren after the catch.
That puts him up to 118 yards receiving.
For the 3rd week in a row, he's had over 100 yards receiving.
Yeah, he's got an offer from Texas Tech, and Texas Tech better hope other teams aren't watching his game film. Falk going to throw the little bubble screen here over the middle.
That could be dangerous.
Out to the outside now, going to get out to the 20 where he's wrapped up and dropped in a big-time play there for the Indians.
Yeah, fantastic call, and if you'll notice right now, Coahoma's not playing anybody on their defense. They don't have a safety deep. They're playing defensive backs up. They have a strong safety up, but they're not playing a deep safety. Anything that gets past that point, Mr. Ingram, ICC can do some damage.
Good try by the Indians, and I believe Coahoma's called a timeout.
Coahoma takes the timeout. We're going to take it with them. Let's hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Well, there you hear the ICC All-American Band playing the chop during that timeout. Third quarter timeouts are being brought to you by the ICC Alumni Association. As ICC has it now, bad snap, and Falk's going to just have to go back and fall on this one. Ball still loose. Still loose. Who has it? Coahoma saying they've got it. And they're going to have to clean this one up here. There's a mad scramble for the football. And it looks like ICC may have it here. They're showing second down.
Yeah, don't move the chains. It's still second down.
It's going to be second down and almost back to my house.
You got to get to the 10. That's right. Second down and 35.
Second and 35.
You got two plays. You got to play for this, Adam. Second and 35.
On the play recovered by the
You just
Indians.
get them in
Ball started
chunks.
At the 45-yard line.
The Indians dodged one theirs. Coahoma's got momentum on their side. That could have been a huge recovery. Falk steps forward, throws this one. It's going to be caught and dropped at the 35-yard line. Still got a long way to go here on third down, guys.
Yeah, I mean, give them that because they still got, what,
25
to pick up.
So that was a gain of 10 on the play. So it's bring up a third down and 25 situation here for the Indians.
And if you're Indians, you may be thinking just about getting in field goal position right here.
Throw another 10-yard pass, maybe break a couple tackles.
Indians taking their time here. Falk throwing over the middle. Looks like the ball was maybe hit. No, he's just thrown behind the receiver there.
That will bring up fourth down and long for ICC.
And this will bring up a fourth down and 25. Fourth down and 25 situation here. And Bryce Nixon will be on to kick. And guys, I'm just going to say it. ICC lucky to have the football right now. And that just was not a good drive. Well, it was up to a point. And the Indians now have got to try to pin them deep here and see if their defense can make something happen in the fourth quarter. Snap back's a good one.
Good punt.
And the punt's going to be in the end zone and will go back for a touchback. Well, I'm thinking you the same way. I thought it was going to hit and go in that coffin corner. Tried to get the angle, but the football is shaped oddly and always takes an odd bounce. And when the Indians needed to take a right, it took a left. It went through the back of the end zone. So the ball will go to the 20-yard line where it'll be first down and 10. The Indians have got to figure something out here and hope that defense can stand true here for 25 seconds in the third quarter. Coahoma leads it right now, 15-14, and they have got Lady Mo wrapped up in maroon and white right now. So Bonner Stewart is your quarterback. He will get the snap, throws out to the flat, is caught, gets out to the 25, 26, slips a tackle across the 30, and the Indians still cannot wrap up and make a play.
Tackle made by number 15, Darian Hobbs.
Clock stops at 13.8 for them to reset the clock after that first down, and the Indians stopped them for a minimum gain that time, but again, just cannot wrap up and make the play. Coahoma is going to snap it one more time. They throw it out to the flats, too deep. It goes out of bounds, and that will be how we end
that flag's going
the
everywhere.
third quarter of play. And there's flags flying everywhere. And
got Neal down.
Yeah, I was going to say it's number 90, Nick Neal, who is down on the field right now.
They don't have any more yellow down there to throw.
So we'll see what the officials sort out in this situation. Looks like they're stretching Neal out there, so hopefully that's just a cramping situation. Guys, I was looking to the sideline where the ball was thrown, so I didn't see anything. As Jacavian Sherman caught the ball for ICC, and he was a DB on the sideline. So we'll see if it's a defensive penalty here. It'll be an untimed down for Coahoma. Offensive penalty will back them up.
The third quarter, after the play was
Personal
over
foul,
and the clock expired.
Coahoma.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the offense, number 79. A 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the next play to start the fourth quarter. Check it out.
So that's where we'll be when we start the fourth quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up. Don't go anywhere, folks. Coahoma 15, ICC 14. We'll take a break and be back with more. Oh, still talking to the crowd, but we'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is how we Sonic.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a bizarre third quarter of play. Get set here for the fourth quarter after the penalty of the unnecessary roughness. It's going to be a second down and 25-yard situation here for Coahoma, but that's where they have thrived tonight. It is these long situations. Quarterback's going to step back, throws over the middle, passes caught, hit and wrapped up and slung down that time near the 30-yard line. Good open field tackle on the part of the Indians. We haven't been able to say that very much tonight.
No, it was. I give them that credit is due. A little soft coverage over there. Basically was able to do the pitch and catch. It does bring up a third down. You got a third and long here.
You're right, Brad. 3rd and 13. We just started the fourth quarter. It's 15-14 Coahoma.
So 3rd down and 13 is the situation here. Indians need to find a way to get off the field. Plenty of time to throw. Good protection up the field. Nearly picked off that time as it was in and out of the hands of Ralph Dunn, who jumped the route. And the pass falls incomplete. Should bring up a punting situation here for the Tigers.
Mr. Ingram, this is where, we've talked about it, clean. It's special teams. It goes back to special teams. If it's a good fieldable punt, field it clean and then progress forward.
You're right. Clean, get some positive yardage, and let's don't see any yellow flags on the field during this return.
Snapback's a good one. The punt is a booming one.
Not clean.
And Daniels did not do what you said, Brad, and he's going to be hit and slung back inside the 20-yard line. I'm going to try to be positive in this situation. It's almost as if the Indians have gone brain dead here in the second half. That's the only nicest way I can put it right now.
I'm like you. I don't understand. And, of course, when it was a great punt. But when you turn to go get it and to try to catch that, field that punt over your head like you're a center fielder trying to go back and catch a baseball, you normally just going to have to let those go. When that punt gets off like that, you let it go. Don't try to go make a big play and be a hit row.
Yeah, that's the basics of football. And that's what ICC is not taking care of right now. 1st down and 10 is the situation. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Falk gets the snap. Plenty of time to throw. It's intercepted. Pick 6. Well, he just stared that one down that time, and Johnson took that one to the house.
Adam, give Coahoma credit. He read the pass, picked it off. Pick 6 is 21-14. You got to get over it. You got to shake it off. It's a
right now it's a 7
momentum
point
changer.
Yeah.
It's only a 7-point game. The fourth quarter just started. Get your head up, go out there and make a play.
And, of course, if the field goes good, it stays 7. And if not, it's still a one-score possession if they get this because, ICC could go for 2.
Right. And we got a whole quarter, guys. You got to shake it off, find a way.
The pick six, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Wow, Coahoma leads this one 22-14. Don't go anywhere, folks. This bizarre one is not over yet. We'll take a break and hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's 22-14 after that pick six by Coahoma. Has brought new life across the way and has absolutely sucked every bit of life out of the sands here in front of us at Eaton Field. And the Indians have got to find something. Everything's been going the way of the Tigers here in the second half, and the Indians can use a big return to start it here. Tigers going to stay with that short kicking style, and this time puts the foot well into it, and it goes out of bounds.
First American National Bank kickoff goes out of bounds.
There's 14 minutes left to play. So let's just refocus ourselves here. That's what the Indians need to do as well. Jim, still 14 minutes left to play, 22-14. This game's not over with yet.
You're right, Adam. Yes, we've not played extremely well tonight. A lot of penalties, not had any rhythm.
Coahoma has chosen this option to have the ball first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
But you still got a whole quarter here, and we're only down by 1 touchdown. Need to start playing hard here and find a way.
So the Indians accept the ball at the 35-yard line after the ball went out of bounds. So it'll be a first down and 10 situation here for the Indians. 22-14, Coahoma with the lead. 14 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Falk is going to hand it off in the backfield, knifing his way forward. Probably one of the biggest runs we've had tonight. One of the strongest runs we've had tonight is that was R.J. Wilson going for a gain of 4.
He moved that ball back about 2 yards.
Yeah, he did.
That's not a good spot.
So the ball is actually to the 38. So now it's going to be a second down and long 7. Yeah, that was, man. Oh, well. Got to play it. So second down and 7 is the situation here. Pass is complete. Trying to slip off one tackle going forward, and that's going to be just shy. So it's going to bring up a third down and 2 situation, as that was Chris Howard on the reception.
43-yard line, third down and 2 for ICC.
Right, the possession down. This is key here. The momentum was with Coahoma. We need a first down here and get us going.
Most definitely, Mr. Ingram.
Clock now at 13 minutes here in the fourth quarter. That's going to be a give to Wilson, and Wilson's just following the big man, running forward in a big-time, impressive run. Let's give credit where credit's due right there, folks. That was number 70, Javonta Woodall, just plowing the way forward for the first down.
Yeah, Indians have got to find that spark.
And it looks like Coahoma wants to take a timeout. Timeout on the field here. First and 10 for the Tigers. There's 12:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Coahoma 22, ICC 14. Let's take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, out of that timeout. Timeouts in the fourth quarter are brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works is a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics and a proud supporter of Itawamba Community College. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination, and we hope we've got that winning combination somewhere in our back pocket here in the remaining 12:47 of this fourth quarter as Coahoma leads it 22-14. First and 10. This time the Indians will keep it on the ground again, and this is going to be Wilson on the carry. And I tell you what, they might have found something here with R.J. Wilson as he is moving the ball forward and moving it well.
Yeah, and, defenses are wearing down a little bit. Obviously, both defenses have been on the field a lot tonight, as we have seen. And so you can start picking up some yardage here on the ground, maybe.
You're right, Brad. We're running the ball inside the tackles, and the last couple of plays got 5 and 6 yards a carry.
Second down and 5 is the situation. Clock rolling, coming up on 12 minutes of play. Falk stumbles as he looks to pass. Throws downfield. Got a man wide open. It's caught by Daniels. Big time play there. Good job by Falk to keep his balance as he kept his head about him, was able to move the ball upfield, and that's going to be another first down for the Indians as the ball gets out near just to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it rolled out. It was a crossing pattern there. He rolled out, found him right there on the near side here toward us. Great play, first down.
Got a good series going, guys. We've answered the call. Need to keep going. Try to find a way to put the ball in the end zone.
So it will be first down and 10 here. Falk still your quarterback. Wilson in the backfield with him. 2 receivers on both sides of the football, and ICC moves. So just add 10 more yards to that on the false start. And the Indians had something going, but then there's just another one of those mental, simple mistakes.
First and 15. Indians got the ball at Coahoma's 31-yard line. We got 11:37 left in the ball game. Coahoma 22, ICC 14.
So the clock is rolling, coming up on 11:30 to play here.
Look out from the backside.
Falk hit as he throws the ball forward. That's not a fumble. That's an incomplete pass. And the referee's going to come up and agree with the call there. Took him a little while to make the call.
Second down and 15 for ICC.
But now it'll be a second down and 15. Good eyes, Brad, there, because they brought it on the backside and just nearly took out Falk that time, and he's lucky to be not taking one to the blind side that time. So it'll be a second down and 15 situation. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Looks like you've got number 32. That's going to be Jamal Brooks in the backfield now for the Indians. 22-14, Coahoma with the lead. Falk gets the snap, pressure coming. They throw it forward to Brooks, and another nice open field tackle that time. But I'm telling you right now, Coahoma's looking at a screen door whenever time the ICC snaps the football. They're sending everybody, and they're getting in the backfield and getting to Falk.
Yeah, whatever we're having to throw is going to have to be quick passes. We're not having time to drop back because they're bringing the house about every time. They're bringing some sort of blitz package.
So Falk looking to the sideline. It's third down and 12. Inside 11 minutes to play now. Coahoma leading this one 22-14 over the Indians. ICC going to have to hurry. 5 seconds on the play clock. Get the snap off with 1, and ICC takes the timeout. Timeout on the field. Let's take it with them. 10:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. Coahoma 22, ICC 14. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Welcome back out of that timeout. Once again, these timeouts in the fourth quarter being sponsored by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. It was Buddy Long's birthday the other day.
Yes, it was.
I want to give him a happy birthday shout out, just in case he's listening here on Super Talk Mississippi. I know he's a proud and avid ICC sponsor.
And the rain comes back.
Well, maybe that'll wake the Indians up a little bit. Just a little bit of splash of cold water as the rain re-enters here in Fulton as it's third down and 12. ICC with the football. They're at the 29-yard line. Got to get to the 16, I believe. Falk steps back, pressure. And Coahoma takes care of business there, guys. And Falk that time just kind of ducked his head and didn't have anybody downfield. And just 4th down and 12.
Well, you can get adjusted to those blitz patterns that they were running, and then all of a sudden they may show blitz, back out of it. You don't have anybody to throw to. Of course, your D-line was getting some good pressure. Falk stepped up into the pocket, but D-line was still getting good pressure on our O-line.
Yeah, it's been the defensive line that has dominated here in the second half for Coahoma. Little Caesars punt coming up here for Price. Angles this one to the side, a high kick. It's going to hit and roll, and it's going to roll, and it's going to roll, and ICC will down it at the 1 yard line. That's what the Indians needed there.
Need a defensive stop here, guys. 22-14. Coahoma's up by 8. We got 9:47 left in the ball game. Coahoma is on their own 1 yard line, and we need a defensive stop.
Let's just get a safety, Mr. Ingram.
That'd be great.
I did have 16 on the scoreboard earlier by accident, so I may have seen it ahead of time. But the only problem is, though, it's 22-14 right now.
Well, you know, a fumble in the end zone for a touchdown would be fine also.
I like that. I like your idea better, Jim. You're the one with the brains in this outfit.
No, I'm just searching,
So it's 1st and 10. The ball is inside or at the 1 yard line. Great punt there by Price, and a good job by the Indians to get down that one before it went into the end zone. So Coahoma with it. And it's going to be a pass to the outside, and it falls incomplete. Boy, I tell you what, if he puts that pass up a little bit more, ICC jumped that route. It could have been a pick 6.
Yeah, definitely. ICC was jumping the route. They read it. Of course, got to be careful here if you're ICC. Don't give up the big play. When you get pushed back like this, you know, you got a lot of confidence of where you are on defense, and you can hold them, but don't give up the big play.
Another thing that pass does, it falls incomplete and stops the clock.
Good point, Adam. And we still have 2 timeouts left in this ball game.
9:43 to go. Coahoma with a 22-14 lead here over your Indians. They're going to hand it off in the backfield. The Indians, hit him right at the goal line. They're going to stack him up, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down, maybe 9 situation. We'll see where they officially mark the football. The Indians got a good surge, and they're going to give him out to the 2, so it will be a 3rd down and 9 after that gain of 1.
Big play in the ball game right here, guys. We've got to get off the field defensively, make them punt. We should have excellent field position if we make them punt, Brad.
Oh, absolutely. This right here is one of the biggest plays of the game, Mr. Ingram.
So it is 3rd and 9, as Jim mentioned there. Snapback's a good one. We're going to hand off again here right up the middle. Gets a cross out near the 10-yard line. And instead, Coahoma coming up again. It's going to be close, and they're going to say a 1st down. My goodness. The Indians just can't get the stop when they need it tonight, and that's just going to be, when we talk about the end of the night, hopefully we'll talk about the Indians escaping with the win. But if we don't, you got to think about all this poor tackling and just not be able to get it done when we've had them in 3rd and long, 4th and long situations.
Brad, give them credit. 39 from their own 1 yard line. They run off tackle and get the 1st down.
Yeah, most definitely. They ran between the box there, or in between the tackles, like you say, and we're able to get the 1st down, able to get 9+.
And now Coahoma being smart, taking as much time as they can off the play clock. They're going to keep it on the ground again. And this one's going to run forward near the 15. Now the 16-yard line is where the Tigers were able to stumble forward.
You know,
2nd and 5.
You're right, Adam. We're substituting some defensive linemen, getting some fresh guys in there. We got to stop the run. It looks like going to keep the ball on the ground, Brad. They gashed us again for 5 yards in.
We got a player down for ICC. The officials are going to stop the play here. And the officials take the timeout. Don't know if they're going to allow them to go to the sideline. They are, as that's number 41 for ICC. Guys, I don't have a 41.
Javon Edwards, defensive lineman, a freshman from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 6'2", 255.
I need a different roster then.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. It's just the one I have doesn't have him on there. So either way it goes, though, Indians now watching the clock run here as it's inside 8 minutes. And Coahoma, I mean, this is your friend right now if you're Coahoma. Let that clock run. 2nd down and 5 is the situation here. Coahoma has taken this ICC crowd out of the ball game. And rightfully so. It's been all Coahoma here in the second half. Handoff again. Gets to the outside. There's holding. The flag is down. And gets out to the 30-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to mark him down. They actually mark him down beyond that. But there are flags down on the field. And, Jim, hopefully you're right in that situation.
That was Brad hollering. Brad was right on it, and it was holding, and that really helped us because they had the first down, run the football again.
And right now they're moving it at will, guys. The Indians just cannot do anything about it. Coahoma's just loading up and said, here we come, just like they did on that last drive. Now it's just gut check time for the Indians. And so the penalty will be half the distance to the goal here. And so it'll be a second down and 13, it appears, situation. Clock is moving, and that's what Coahoma likes to see. 7:14 to play in the contest. They lead at 22-14 over the Indians. ICC needs to stop a turnover, anything in this situation. And now the Indians get on the outside, and they're going to hit him and drop him at the 10-yard line. Good job there by the Indians defense. Finally getting a little bit of a surge and making the play. And it's going to bring up a third down and 11. Still able to pick up 2 on the play that time. 6:50 and counting here in the contest. ICC trailing 22-14 to Coahoma. Third down and long.
Mr. Ingram, what do you do here if you're Coahoma? You run the ball, or you gonna drop back and try to throw it?
I don't see them throwing it, Brad. I know they got third down, 3rd and 11, but they've been running the ball pretty well off tackle. They'll try to run some clock, I think. We got to stop the run and get the ball back.
And their defense has been playing well, too. Play clock down to 1 second. It's 0. They didn't get the snap off.
My goodness.
Wow.
And they only have one timeout. I don't know if they called it or just a 5-yard penalty. They're probably going to take the penalty.
They're going to take the penalty. They actually still could have snapped it. The clock went to 0, and it was about a 1 or 2 count after it went to 0. So now it's going to be back them up even more. It's going to be a third down and 15 situation.
How about a fumble right here, guys? That would help.
Well, the one thing we don't need to do is what we've done all night here on these third down and long situations.
Is let them get it.
Coahoma confused. Now they're moving some people around. 12 seconds on the play clock. Clock is not rolling after that penalty, and now Coahoma's going to have to take a timeout.
They moved.
They got moved. Got a flag down. I mean, they're hurting themselves.
Well, Coahoma, they started at the 1-yard line. They're about to be back there.
Be a 2.5-yard line, half the distance, put to 3.
Correction, half the distance.
So now it's third down and 17 for Coahoma. 6:20 to go here in the contest. They're simply going to hand this one off up the middle. Oh, the Indians had him in the backfield. Now they're going to try to chase him to the outside. Still looking for the corner. Going to reverse field, and the Indians are there. They make the play.
He ran 50 yards, but just to get, 1 or 2?
He ran out of bounds, but they did not stop the clock. I guess forward motion was inbounds. 6 minutes left in the ball game. Coahoma will have to punt from their own. They're going to mark the ball where? 5-yard line.
4-yard line is where they'll have it. And
on the back of the end zone back here.
Yeah, if there's ever a time for a bad snap, this would be it. But
I'm bringing the Indians on this one.
Snap is a good one. Kick is up, and it's partially blocked, I believe. No, just a shank
Field
kick.
JJ's got room.
Daniels going to have it at the 45 and trips and falls.
I know.
The turf monster jumping up and grabbing. I'm telling you, folks, if you have not watched this ball game, haven't listened, or just now joining us tonight, this has been the most bizarre football game where it's not weird. I mean, it is weird things happen. J.J. Daniels, one of the best athletes, the quickest guys you got out there, had an open field, but then trips on the yard line.
He did.
He had, Mr. Ingram, it's on the 35. I know he had it 5 at least, maybe 10 more yards.
25-yard line.
I mean, had that much more ahead of it.
Well, the Indians got 5:32 left to play here. They're down 22-14.
There we go.
Off up the middle to Brooks. Brooks powers his way inside the 20, and a big-time run there for the big man.
Well, I mean, there's no reason to panic again if you're an Indian, and especially now that you got that on first down. So running the ball is still good. We're on our on the Coahoma side of the field.
Give again is to Brooks. He tries to slip to the outside, and Coahoma able to come off the corner and make the play that time.
But you need to be ready down and need to be calling plays. You need to have the plays ready.
Second, and let's call it a long 9, short 10.
We got the ball at their 18-yard line. We're down 22-14, 4:50 left in the ball game.
Too much time, Mr. Ingham, right here. Right. Too much time.
We do have 2 timeouts, but you also got to be thinking, hey, we're going to score, we go for 2. If we don't make the 2-point conversion, we got to stop them again and get the ball.
That's right.
So we need to score pretty quickly.
I'm with Brad, though. A whole lot of time has run off the clock here. ICC with it. Falk dials one
Good
up.
Move right there, wide open.
And open, and the Indians score! What do we know? We say hurry up. ICC says we got this. Touchdown Indians. And a big-time play there.
That was a little out and up is what that was by, I think, who was
R.J. Wilson.
That's right, R.J. Okay,
brought him back.
Brought him out of the backfield, a little out and up.
Going for 2, 22-20, 4:33 left in the ball game. Coahoma up 22-20. ICC's going for 2.
So getting ready for this 2-point conversion here. And it's a big one right now. 22-20, Coahoma with the lead, 4:33. That's another thing, too. You don't get it. There's still time to play here. Falk getting set under quarterback. He's going to take the snap, rolls out, pressure coming. Throws it, back of the end zone, drops it. In and out of the hands of the Indians. There is a flag down. Could that be the Indians' saving grace?
Roughing the quarterback, maybe?
Maybe. But no, Coahoma's running off the field, so this is going to be holding on. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Oh, my goodness.
That's okay.
Timeout on the field. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank. Back with more. ICC trails at 22-20 after the unsuccessful 2-point conversion. 4:33 to play.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here with 4:33 to play in the contest. ICC couldn't convert the 2-point conversion, and now the Indians having a little bit of trouble getting the ball on the field.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Ingham, what do you think here? Were you onside in this, or are you going to go deep?
I think I go deep. You still got 2 timeouts, and you just got to stop them here. You don't want to give them great field position because on onside kick, most of the time you're not going to recover it. I kick it deep and use the 2 timeouts, try to stop them.
I kick it towards the 20 over here and see if you can't get a speedster on the sideline to go down and get it with everybody up in this situation.
Yeah, they've only got 1 man back.
So this
They're
is
expecting an onside.
So Lasher will step into this one. We'll see if it will be an onside kick, and it will not be. It's going to be kicked and angled towards the sideline.
Stay in the field. Stay right there.
This one stay there. Now he's going to chase it down, and he does get to it just before the Indians do. But ICC makes a big-time stop there in the backfield, and the stop is made inside the 15. Well, I tell you what, guys, if that ball would have took one more roll forward, ICC would have had a chance to recover that one.
Well, that was a gamble by Coahoma to assume that Etowamba was going to do the onside kick and only placing 1 man back that deep, and he definitely wasn't deep enough.
So it's going to be a 1st down and 10 here for Coahoma. 4:30 to play. As Coach Cannon has said before, you don't ever want to leave an ICC game early. They like to keep things interesting, and that's been the case tonight here. Coahoma with the football. ICC with 2 timeouts. Coahoma has 1. 4:30 left to play here. Coahoma leads it 22-20. ICC All-American Band getting fired up here. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper this time. He's just going to roll right up the middle. ICC stacks it up and will make the stop. Minimum gain, if any, that time for the Tigers.
Brad, you don't call the timeout here. You see if you can get a 3rd down, maybe 3rd, 7, 3rd, and 8, and then think about calling timeout.
That's exactly right. I'm with you.
Got to make a good play here and force a 3rd down. 2nd and 8. Coahoma has the ball. 4 minutes left in the ball game. They're up 22-20.
You're hoping to save a timeout or so when you get the ball back.
Rain starting to fall here once again in Fulton. Matter of fact, it's blowing in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth over here. 2nd down and 8. Coahoma taking a lot of time here. 5 seconds now on the play clock. And it's going to be a handoff to the running back in the backfield. The Indians had him in the backfield, and now he's wrapped up and still gets to the outside, still running. And the Indians finally chase him down. And now ICC may have to burn a timeout here. Or no, they're going to keep it going. That was a lot of running for a little bit of real estate. Only a gain of 1. 3rd down and 7 now for Coahoma.
Give Peyton Ray credit because he doesn't make that tackle. He's got another 5 or 6 yards.
He's got the 1st down is what he's got. So now coming up on 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, hold what you got here, and hopefully you're going to make a big play on 3rd down. You can stop the clock on that one.
You hear the chants of defense right here in front of from the ICC student section. Want to hand it off up the middle. And the Indians are there. They stack it up.
Now you can take the timeout.
Now take the timeout.
And now they do take the timeout with 2:53 to play. It'll be 4th down and long for the Tigers. A Little Caesars punting situation when we come back. 22-20. Coahoma with the lead, but ICC will get the football back with 3 minutes to play. Back with more right after this.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza. We're Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There's 2:53 left to play. Coahoma 22, ICC 20. It's going to be a Little Caesars punt coming up here, and J.J. Daniels back to return this one. See if the Indians bring pressure in this situation. They are lined up like they're going to try to block it. Coahoma brings in some extra blockers. Snap back's a good one. The Indians fall back, however. The kick is a spiraling kick. It's going to be hit, and Daniels is going to pick it up to 35. He gets across the 40. Now across the middle, there's flags down. Are you kidding me? And then that's got to be a flag on a horse collar tackle. But I believe the Indians are going to get hit with a block in the back situation there. Oh, me.
We're going back to about inside our, I'd say the 20. Maybe the 25, 20. Block in the back, penalty, see where he marks it.
Well, you're here in the ICC crowd.
Return, blocking the back against the return team, number 25. That's a 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
So the Indians are going to have it 1st and 10. That's all that matters in this situation. There's 2:42 left to play. ICC with 1 timeout left. We are a field goal can win it.
No doubt about it.
So here we go. 2:42, 1st down and 10 is the situation. Falk is your quarterback. 3 receivers here on the near side. You've got Brooks in the backfield with Falk. 1 receiver on the far side. 22-20, Coahoma with the lead. Falk awaiting the snap. He gets it. Looking to his left now, loads up. Thought about going deep, didn't have anything. Checks it off to Daniels. Daniels is hit and dropped after a minimum gain of maybe 1.
That's one of those right there, Mr. Ingram. About just throw it over his head.
Yeah. Or actually a loss on play.
You're right, Adam. We lost a yard. 2nd and 11. 2:20 left in the ball game. We've only got 1 timeout.
Clock's running.
And we got a long way to go.
Wind is picking up here in Fulton. The rain has stopped. Falk still your quarterback. 22-20. Coahoma with the lead. Coming up on 2 minutes to play. Falk looking to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. He's going to be hit, and he's going to be sacked, and you cannot take that there if you're Falk. You got to know to throw that thing away.
Quarterback sacked for a loss on the play at the 15-yard
But
line.
hey, let's give credit where credit's due. Coahoma's defensive line has owned the second half of this football game. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 20 situation.
And you got 2 downs. You know we got to go for it. 4th quarter, minute 35, clock running. We got the ball on our own 15-yard line, 3rd and 20. You don't have to get it all here. Get about 10 or 12 yards if possible.
So Falk, he just needs time to throw. Bad snap. Indians fall on top of it.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Indians at the 11.
And the Indians going the wrong way in a hurry here.
4th down and long for ICC.
I take a timeout.
ICC's got to burn the timeout in this situation. 1:11 to play. It's going to be 4th down and 20 to go when we come back. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it's 4th down and 24. Don't know if you got a whole lot of plays like this in your playbook, guys, but the first thing has got to be here, if you're ICC, you've got to get somebody to give Falk time to throw the football.
Yeah, you know, the D-line, as we've said over and over again for Coahoma, has played a fantastic game. They put pressure on that Awamba all night.
So Falk with 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Snap back is a good one. This time has time to throw. Goes downfield. It's going to be caught at the 30, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. So the Indians will turn it over on downs here with no timeouts left. So Coahoma is going to be able to come to Fulton, rally to win this one, and kneel their way to victory. Wow.
Adam, give Coahoma credit. They found a way to find a way to win this ball game. Came into a hostile situation, won on the road.
Yeah.
22-20.
Yeah, that's 100% it right there, Mr. Jim. I mean, they answered the bell. They made the plays when they had to. They had a pick 6. And now you look back just before halftime when ICC took those timeouts that allowed Coahoma to put that 3 points on the board just before halftime. Those loom large now. So Coahoma, with one of the coach's favorite play calls here in the playbook, Victory Neal, will be able to come to Fulton and pick up this 22-20 win over the Indians. ICC has no timeouts left, so all they can do is just watch the clock melt away on this one. There's a lot of stunned Indians on the sideline right now, and rightfully so, guys. They got punched in the mouth tonight and never had an answer. So one more time, and this will do it. As Coahoma will step under center, they'll take the knee, and that will do it. ICC will fall to Coahoma by the final score of 22-20 on their home field here in Fulton. Coahoma celebrates, and rightfully so, across the way as the clock will run out here on tonight's contest. 22-20 is your score here in this one. We'll take a timeout. They come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report from Fulton as ICC falls to 1-2 overall and 0-1 in North play. Back with more right after this.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tribe!
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
So when are you going to get me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Safe travels on the way home.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here from a stunned Eaton Field as Coahoma comes to town and beats the Indians 22-20 by the final score here. It was a second half that, guys, I'm an ICC fan all the way to the bone, but I have to say it. It was a second half that was dominated by a defensive line of Coahoma that made the difference at the end of the day. They had a pick six that also capped things off there, but they got it done. The Indians didn't. ICC falls 22-20.
Yeah, Adam and Mr. Ingram, there's just still things that Etowah has not cleaned up on the team. We had a great game against Coahoma last week, but we knew that there were things that we needed to clean up to go into this week as well. We're in week 3, North Division opponent. It's a big game right here to get this big win for both teams, and it almost like sometimes it looked like we went backwards. I hate to say that, but it's like we went backwards. And Etowah was, I hope what they wasn't going to do or what they didn't do, and I'll say this now because the game's over with, is overlook this game knowing who we had coming in next week.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I hope that's not what they did. I don't know. We can only guess. To think that they had it. A lot of errors. And I'm going to tell you, if we don't clean this stuff up, next week is not going to be any better.
You're right. And let me say this, Brad and Adam, and hopefully you'll agree with me. 2 things jump out at me. Number one, we didn't have the emotion. The players didn't look like they were into the game as well as they needed to be. And we got beat, guys, at the line of scrimmage on the offensive line and defensive line. The line of scrimmage, both sides, was controlled by Coahoma.
Yeah, and you said it, Brad. If Indians, well, they might have got caught looking ahead because of very good Jones teams coming to town next week, but that's one thing that we'll worry about next week instead of now. We're sitting here, and I know there's people listening right now, and we wish you safe travels if you're leaving the stadium, but we're stunned, and there's a lot of players on the field stunned right now. We're not sliding Coahoma in any sense. They came today, they played ball, they did what it took to win.
Give them credit.
And we're giving them all the credit in the world. They came here and they beat us tonight, and that's all you can say about it.
Well, you can, Adam, but if we went back and looked too, yes, I give Coahoma all the credit in the world. Look, that's 2 years in a row they've beaten us. They beat us last year. I can't remember if they beat us here.
They beat us here last year.
So that's 2 years in a row they beat us on our home turf. But then again, I'm going to go back to this, Mr. Ingram. A number of penalties Coahoma had, the number of times they shot themselves in the foot, down here, and we just couldn't capitalize on those opportunities, and that is what is is kind of just disheartening in all this, because there were so many times that they shot themselves in the foot, and that Etowah could have capitalized big off of the errors that they made.
We were up here kind of laughing about it. We wanted them to be in 3rd and 3. If they got in 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, they were making it.
Oh, yeah.
So when they got the big penalties against them, they found a way to make it.
I'm going to hand that to you because I don't have my readers on.
Okay.
And I haven't been to Cagle Eye Center, by the way, and I need to, but I'm going to hand that to you.
And these are some Sonic stats being brought to you by Sonic here in Fulton. On your way home, if you're listening right now, stop by and get you a half-price drink. It's drink specials going on right now at the Sonic in Fulton.
I'm looking at some total figures here, and I appreciate Will Simmons getting this to me. Coahoma threw for almost 200 yards, and they rushed for 47 yards. So, and they had a big pick six. Passing for us, Falk was 18 of 32 for 174 yards with 2 interceptions, 1 TD. Jones came in, played well. Hunter Jones, the freshman from Amory, 6 of 11 for 71 yards and 2 TDs. Unfortunately, we only rushed the ball tonight for 72 total yards. But receiving, Sandring had another 100-yard game receiving, had 5 receptions for 118 yards and 2 TDs. We don't have the number of penalties on here, but we know there were a lot of penalties. But you got to give Coahoma credit. Mm-hmm. They deserve to win the ball game. And as I mentioned, they controlled the line of scrimmage on the offensive line and defensive line.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, at the end of the day, the win and the win column goes to Coahoma. It doesn't matter, what we think about it or whatever. And I do definitely want to give them credit to coaching staff over there. Matter of fact, Coach McCray is coaching with them, a former coach with Etowamba here. So we know them
Kareem
real well.
Moore as well.
Kareem Moore, that's exactly right. I forgot about him, Adam. So, great group of guys over there, and knew that they're going to put together a good team because they've been here and they have a lot of history with us here too. So, again, I don't want to take anything away from them. Both teams didn't play clean.
No,
at the end of the day.
Yeah, not at all.
No, neither team played clean. Neither head coach is happy. Coach Macon's just a little bit happier.
Right, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
As that's going to wrap up the Little Caesars replays you're watching there, also our Sonic stats as well. Well, the Indians have got to do what we're going to do right now. We're going to put this one behind us. It's over with. It's done. There's nothing we can do about it. ICC falls 22-20 to Coahoma. They've got to look ahead to next week. Homecoming, going to be a lot of distractions on campus next week. But maybe this loss right here might have the Indians locked in a little bit more because Jones is coming to town, and Jones is a dang good football team.
Yeah, Jones is a good football team, nationally ranked, and I don't know what they are at this point.
I think they're in the top 5. If they're not, they should be.
Right, and I think they were winning again tonight. Probably won.
Yeah, they were winning 21-0, I think, in the first half.
So, and they have beaten. So, of course, they took down Northwest last week, our North Division rival, or one of ours, very handedly. The score was way up there. So, yes, Etowamba's defense can only do so much. And I think our defense had a good showing a lot of times. It was those third downs. And I don't know if that was on here, but if you could ever go back to third down and see how many yards Coahoma had on third down. And I know we're past all that, but that's where Etowamba's got to come in and fix some of that stuff, Mr. Ingram, for next week before Jones gets here.
You're right. And it wasn't a clean game. We didn't have rhythm. No rhythm during the game. But Adam and we talked about it, and Brad, this one's over. We lost. We can't do anything about it. We got to get ready for next week. Got to learn from this. Got to improve. We got to improve because Jones is coming, and I think we will. And the coaching staff will get their attention. We've got some talent. We can play better. We just got to do it on the field.
Here's a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. In the fourth quarter, it's 23-10 Gulf Coast over Pearl River. East Mississippi taking care of Delta 56-3. That's also in the fourth quarter. Our final score, Colin defeats Southwest 39-21. Northwest, they're rebounding from their first loss of the season. They beat Holmes 51-20. Then it's Hines. They squeak one out against Northeast 18-13. Our opponent coming up next week is Jones. They win 33-13 at East Central. So that is a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update here from Fulton. Well, guys, we're going to wrap things up here and say goodnight. Before we do that, we would like to thank tonight's sponsors: Renaissance Bank, Davis Ford, Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Little Caesars, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, Cagle Eye Center, the Bank of Okolona, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, the ICC BSU, and Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy. The Indians will be back in action next Thursday against Jones for homecoming. The First American National Bank opening kick is scheduled for 6:30. The game will be available right here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the Red Channel, and Super Talk Tupelo 101.9, starting with the Davis Ford pregame show at 6 p.m. Remember, for updates on all 11 of ICC's intercollegiate athletic programs, visit Let'sGoICC.com and follow Let's Go ICC on your favorite social media platform. So, for Brad Boggs, Mr. Jim Ingram, you've got Will Simmons, Z. Taylor, Raphael Henry, Lee Adams, Kim Deal, and we do want to say a special thoughts and prayers are with the family of Mr. Steve Knight, who has been with Super Talk Radio, passed away last week. So our thoughts and prayers are with him, with his family, and we want to thank all the rest of the great folks back there at Super Talk Tupelo. Thank you for taking time out of your Thursday evening to join us for this presentation of ICC Athletics. So long from Fulton, where your Indians are stunned tonight by the final score of 22-20 and a loss to Coahoma. Have a blessed evening, and as always, Roll Tribe.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.